Good evening, everybody. We've got game 4 tonight between the Colorado Avalanche and the Dallas Stars, with the Stars leading the series 2-1. We'll see if the Avs can even things up tonight. However, they're going to have to do it without Valeri Nichushkin, as he's just been placed in level 3 of the Players Assistance Program after a performance enhancing substance violation. And so he's going to be gone for the rest of the playoffs. This is a 6-month suspension at minimum. Crazy stuff. Even crazier is the Avalanche now without one of their top scorers in this postseason. We'll see if McKinnon can go full McKinnon mode and hopefully get the Avs to a series draw as they would head back to Dallas for Game 5. And Raj, what's going on, man? Hey, congratulations on the Game 3 victory. So anyway, we're going to be here hopefully for the course of the entire game tonight. We welcome everybody here, no matter who you're cheering for. And also, congratulations to the Carolina Hurricanes in Game 5 at Madison Square Garden. They pulled off a win against the Rangers by a score 4-1 after being down 1-0 heading into third period. Lobster Boy says, "Let's go Stars." Samantha, good evening to you. Good evening. I was actually able to watch Game 3 with one of my friends who's an Avalanche fan, and we had a good time together, but unfortunately, the result was less than stellar for him. Canes Nation, Josh, what's going on, man? Hey, great to have you here. And yes, I'm very happy to see that the Canes won. At the very least, we get to see the series prolonged a little bit. So now it is 3-2 heading back to Raleigh for Game 6. And I've got my co-host here, by the way, Cortana. She'll be hanging out with us, getting goal treats. And 18 MVO, good to have you here. And yeah, this was an impromptu stream. I was not planning to do this, but then I recognized that we had an opportunity. And so here we go. Got the reverse sweep, only to get swept by the Panthers. You know what, though? If the Canes were to reverse sweep the Rangers, only to get swept, I know that would be disappointing, but a reverse sweep, we haven't seen one of those in 10 years. So maybe we are overdue. Am I wearing a jersey? Not tonight. It's a little bit toasty in this room, but I am wearing something somewhat themed for the home team tonight here. We've got Quebec Nordiques shirt, one of the greatest brands of the NHL's rich history. Do I have a pick for this game? I don't know. I haven't thought about it much. Without Nichushkin, it's kind of hard for me to think that the Avs would be able to, win in a shootout, let's just say, against the Stars. But something tells me McKinnon's going to go McKinnon mode tonight, and he'll find a way to put the team on his back. Hey, there we go. We got Dustin coming in. Look, I'm pretty impartial about this series in terms of who I want to win. I'd at least like to see the Avs tie things up tonight, though. The longer that these series go, the more it benefits me, the more great hockey we have, because a lot of these games are tight games. Victoria, what's going on? We've got. Okay, I want to make sure. We got Chance hanging out here. Hello. Thanks for having me on the show in the members stream. My pleasure, my friend. My pleasure. After last night, not so sure the Timberwolves can win the series if they blew a 2-0 lead. I know, as a Minnesota sports fan, when Minnesota has a lead, it's like, wait, we're not supposed to be doing this right now. Mike Zimmer era. We're only supposed to win by 3 points or fewer. Cup Finals, Canes versus Avs. That was my preseason pick for the Stanley Cup. McKinnon's going to go nuts. Let's see it. I want to see that tonight. 2 goals, 2 assists for Mac. Let's say that. All right. Here, Cortana, have another treat, girl. There you go. Good catch. All right. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the score tonight, what your predictions are. I'm going to say this one has some goals. I'm going to say it is a 5-4 Avalanche victory. Just 5-4. No overtime. But yeah, let me know your thoughts about the score there in the comments there. 4-2 win Avalanche, says Derek. Thanks for coming here from Flying Fluffy. 7-4 Avs. Whoo! I mean, look, I want to make it clear though. Ottinger is still pretty dialed in this postseason, so I imagine that it's going to be hard to get those 5 goals against him. JJ McCarthy. Hey, I'm just happy to have somebody in that position to hopefully be a franchise quarterback. Haven't really studied his skill set all that much, but we know he wins. That's good. Ultimately, that's what matters most. And yeah, the Vikings have a good salary cap situation going forward for the most part. So all in all, I'm feeling good about that. 4-2 Stars, says Axiom. Dustin says 4-2 Avalanche. Samantha 6-4. Okay, so some of you out there, kind of like myself, think we're going to have some goals tonight. The Avs almost came back from 4-0 the other day. Yeah, in game two. Nick, what's going on? Hello. It's funny. I know I changed over to my Nordiques shirt, but all day I was wearing that Blackhawks shirt that you got me. My one of my favorite shirts I've ever received. Favorite player of all time. Well, since I'm a Sharks fan, it's kind of a 1A, 1B with Joe Thornton and Yevgeny Nabokov. But outside of that, my favorite player all time is the Dominator, baby, Dominik Hasek. 4-1 Dallas. Okay, wasn't that the score of the last game? Uh, college football logos. Nice, dude. Right on. What's your favorite of the college football logos out there? All right. Walking Corpse got out of work. Nice, man. I basically same thing here. Well, I mean, I was doing some video preparation, and then I was like, oh, you know what? I was gonna make a video on the Hurricanes collapsing or at least underwhelming in the playoffs. I was expecting them to lose this game to the Rangers after that Truba shorthanded goal, and then the Canes just turned things on and put a few past Shesterkin, and so I'm gonna have to hold off on that. Uh, the news. Leaning forward to Dallas with Nichushkin being out now for the rest of the playoffs for a suspension. Jackie says, "Let's go Stars." Yeah, I mean, I think that right now the Stars, of course, have momentum, but this is at the worst. At the worst, this is going to be sort of the what do you call it? The death rattle for the Avalanche, with one or two of their big players absolutely exploding to put the team back on their backs. Do I play World of Chell? I don't play the Chell. I don't really play video games these days, but I used to be in gaming quite a bit. Stars are winning 4-1 and game 5-2. Let's see here. I know I'm a Sharks fan. Oh wait, but what do I think of the Wild? I mean, it was a tough year, trying year. I think that what you see is somewhat a result of the salary cap, but there are a couple of silver linings, right? Rossi had a great year. Boldy continues to grow into this role as a star on the team. So I think that even though they took a hit with what happened with the coaching situation and with the salary cap, it's like I still think that they could be good. It's just that the team has to be a little bit more patient. And also, I mean, let's hope that Wallstedt can take a good step forward next year, because I don't think they could be relying on Gustafsson as the day in day out number one necessarily. Duncan is mixed. Your dog Duncan and the person fostering her was friends. Blah blah blah. German Shepherd and Belgian Malinois. That sounds right to me, man. That sounds right. What time is game time? 7:52 Mountain Time, I believe. So in just a couple minutes here. Just after the last game. Oh, let's say the Avs are in trouble with Nichushkin's suspension. Dog wants another treat, being a good boy. Well, Cortana's a good girl, but yes, she is exceptionally behaved. But yes, we give Cortana goal treats every time there's a goal and every time there's a super chat, no matter the amount. But yeah, Cortana's always looking right at me because she's anticipating the goodies. Oh, that's okay. It's not like you can tell. I don't even have a collar on her, so you don't know. It's Mountain Time, yes, with Mountain Time Lager. Well, yeah, and I'm drinking, my usual cream ale here for the warm days. But yeah, it's certainly doing the job as we get into the anthem here. Love the new snapback. Oh, awesome, man. Jake here has supported the channel time and time again, but recently bought one of our snapback hats. That's what I'm wearing here. You can purchase those. Those are in our merchandise store. Just see the video description down below for a link to that. And we have all sorts of merch where we recolor our logo for every NHL team, even some defunct teams out there: Thrashers, Nordiques, North Stars, Whalers, all that good stuff. Dean, good evening to you, man. What is your expectation now that Nichushkin is no longer available for the team? Uh, all right. Whew, we are flying into this stream, Twisters, flying into this stream. That's crisp and delicious. All right. So, and when we hear Star Spangled Banner in the anthem, all the Avs fans are letting out a boo because of Dallas. Yes. Thank you, MVO. I appreciate that. Duncan now has a Blackhawks bandana and a collar. Oh, fantastic, man! That took you no time, but I shouldn't be surprised. Nichushkin has been placed on level 3 of the players' assistance program due to a substance violation. He entered the players' assistance program earlier this year, and that suspension, by the way, is a minimum of 6 months. So that could even bleed into next year. And no tapes tonight either. Oh shoot, really? That's huge too. Was that because of the hit from behind the net? Right, I would think so. Yeah, me too. Walking corpse. He's a great player, but he's got some demons to conquer, man. All right, so we go to center ice for the opening draw. I might be a little bit behind you guys, but not by much, if anything. But it looks like Sling TV is actually working, right, Cortana? That's right. So when we get the goals, we can give you the treats immediately, too, huh? No way the Avs can win this game, says Theo. I mean, they got themselves behind the 8 ball for sure. Oh, Taves is sick. I got it. Ethan, thanks for jumping in, man. Let me know if you got a score prediction for tonight. All right. So here comes Wyatt Johnston. Man, the young phenom, a shot and right into the breadbasket. Georgiev will swallow that up. But Johnston, man, he's not even 21. He's got a birthday tomorrow. And so far, Johnston in these playoffs with 5 goals and 3 assists in the Stars' 10 games. West games are so fast. You mean just like speed wise? I mean, you have some very high end skill that has a chance to flourish versus the style that we're seeing perhaps in the East with teams like the Panthers and Bruins. All right, Gerard, he'll take this at the top of the circle. A shot toward the net off the rebound. Parisi trying to bury that and cleared by the Stars out into the neutral zone. We got Eyes of Night dropping the 5 memberships. Holy moly. Thank you, dude. And for your everlasting support. I don't know why it's not letting me tag you. Maybe you had to jump, but Eyes of Night for the win. That's fantastic of you. And let's hook. Oh, yeah. So there you go, Derek. Let's hook up Cortana with how about 3 goal treats, right? Let's give her a hat trick of goal treats for that. As the Stars with with Robertson trying to cycle, and this is barely kept in at the point. Oh, underneath for Stankoven. God, I love seeing this guy flourish as well, having watched him in juniors. Ben, what's going on? Good morning. Coming at us from the UK. But how about the Canes? Yeah, man, I was getting ready to make a video about them after this game, and then they actually woke up in the 3rd period. And I mean, really, I have to say though that you got to give a lot of credit to the Rangers for how they defended against Carolina, but finally they were able to just kind of find a seam in the defense a couple times. But yeah, thank you, Eyes. I appreciate that. Was a new members only video today for the new members? Yeah. I wanted to make sure that we got something that like we had the MVP tier, right? That's the highest tier where I produce occasional video content for that group in addition to live streams that are available to everybody else. But I can actually make my members videos available to all of our members. So that's why I did that today. Just to kind of give them a taste of what we have. Had to trade Dermy. Hey, Great White, what's going on? Thanks for jumping in and brilliant profile pick. How much pressure is on the Rangers now? Oh, it's cranking up a little bit. Tonight's Canes game was terrifying. I know, right? I mean, that shorthanded goal that Anderson allowed. I mean, he made he made some good saves. Don't get me wrong, but that one was his angle was off. He was playing way too much to the short side there, and to give it up against Trouba just made my blood boil. But thankfully, the offense did its job finally in the 3rd period. Curtis McDermott, got it. That now did McDermott? I forget. Did he fight Rempe this year? McDermott, as a Devils fan, that's right. Your new favorite player, yeah. McDermott's still kind of he's one of those like traditional enforcers, right? Traditional kind of goon players, and kind of like a Delorier or something like that. All right, Stars. After 3 minutes, some good zone time for Dallas early on, and Pavelski trying to re-enter. He'll chip it by Lehkonen. and it's scooped up. I want to say Graves because it's 27, but of course Graves now a Penguin himself. Susie suspension. Um, I mean, I haven't looked very extensively at that play. It was ugly for sure, but I remember somebody saying like, "Hey, well, I mean, if what Susie was the one who checked him after that one from behind the cross check, right? So, I mean, can you argue that it wouldn't have been as ugly had he not been checked from behind McDavid? Sure. So, if anything, the one game I think I'm glad it wasn't more than that. Honestly, um, tried making Rempe pay for a dirty hit. Uh, wait, which player is this? I'm sorry, you guys are such an awesome chat that sometimes I can't even keep up with the game happening at the same time. But here's Colton, and he gets a D, but Henson. Oh, Stankoven just got nailed by Manson. It looked like he's okay, but he was not. Oh, Robertson, big save by Georgiev off of the turnover, kept it at the point, and now chipped out of the zone by the Avs. And there was a hit from somebody in white there. A jersey with Cortana on it. Yeah, I do. Toast Tactical, good to have you here. Did I see the Northern Lights this weekend? Yeah, I did, guys. Maybe I can show you some pictures for like a commercial break. But here in North Idaho, oh, big hit there at the whistle by Marchment on Lekanen, but no retaliation. But yeah, I mean, again, what I was saying there, MVO was that I mean that seems about right. Like just one game for that. I don't think it was. It was an ugly incident for sure, but I don't think the intent was, or I don't think that the. I was trying to say that the like it wasn't meant to be that like dirty appearing of a hit just because of what happened going into it. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. Mushroom Merchant, thank you, or thank you, Toast Tactical. I appreciate that. Welcome, Mushroom Merchant, and hope you guys had a good weekend, especially for those of you who got to see the Northern Lights. That's pretty freaking exciting. Georgiev looks good. Alex says, yeah, he does. That save off of the turnover was just a moment ago was a big one. A chance now, a big pad save for Georgiev, and he denied Marchment. Marchment's now crashing the net, and yeah, Georgiev looks dialed in. Here's Duchesne. Flutters this out to the point. Heiskanen, a shot blocked by Rantanen and shipped out. But the Stars look hungry in game 4. All right. Harley trying to dump this down. It actually hit the Avs door to their bench. Uh, in the past, these two teams have played either 5 or 7 game series. I remember they met like back in I think 2020, right? What kind of violation could have been involved that prompted the suspension? If anybody has any more news about that, because that's about all I know for right now. But I do know that Great White has come in with an epic super chat of $10. Thank you so much. Here, Cortana, have one on Great White, a fellow Sharks fan. There will be a game 6 in Raleigh. Yep, here we go, Cortana. No luck. Here we go. But normally she's like right down beside me. Now she's a little bit over here. See, so I gotta work on. I gotta recalibrate. I'm like Garrus Vakarian. I gotta work on those calibrations. Here we go, Cortana. Ready? Whoop. Oh, bingo. That's how we do it. Playing GTA, so I'm your eyes. All right, cool, man. And thanks, Great White. Appreciate that. All right. Now we've got behind the net Avs setting up the cycle. Cogliano trying to bank one off the goaltender. Former Dallas Star, Andrew Cogliano, by the way. And now we've got the Avs trying to find the point here, excuse me. Sent back. Caleb Jones, yeah, some Avs I don't recognize. A shot in, a nice save by Georgiev. He might have gotten a stick on that. Still alive in the zone. Drouin, he's back in the lineup too, don't forget. And now retreating is Caleb Jones. 20th anniversary of the Yankees choking a 3-0 series against the Red Sox. Interesting. I remember that all too well. I mean, and don't forget, that was the year after Aaron Boone's iconic home run off of Tim Wakefield, I believe, right? Just an incredible couple of postseason series that we saw there. All right, now charging in is Manson, and the Avs are offside with 12:50 remaining in the first period, and we'll go to a commercial break. Nothing, nothing. Some good energy early in this contest, though. Yeah, 04 ALCS. McKinnon is Sakic. High praise. Get him that second cup, and maybe. Lindholm got credited with the first goal. Oh, yeah, on the Besser hat trick. Right. Yeah. I know, right? I was hoping that that would have stuck, but uh, it's good to see Lindholm getting involved, though. We'll just have to see who wants to sign him in free agency. Da-da-da-da. Ottinger is the next Belfour. You know, it's interesting. I was talking to our members today, and I was reflecting on how, even though, Belfour, Hall of Fame goaltender, right? Amazing stuff that he did in Chicago when he was great in Dallas still. But really, I mean, maybe I'm crazy here, but Marty Turco might have had a better career as a Dallas Star technically than um, in terms of what he contributed versus Belfour. It's, I mean, at the end of the day, one's a Hall of Famer, the other one isn't. But Turco's not that far off, I don't think. Danelle, what's going on, man? Boy, we'll have to see what happens in Game 6. But things are getting a little interesting. But the Rangers, I mean, I'd still be surprised if, Ben, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Here, I'll cheers to you. Cheers. Nazdravi. Connor McGahey say, "How are you, Druin? Canes don't give up." What? I mean, the thing with them though is that the Corsi gods, right? They're always cycling the puck, and they put on a lot of shots on goal. They don't concede very many, but the special teams has just been horrible for them this whole playoffs. And they were the best team on special teams the whole year. I know Rangers were number 2 though. Reverse sweep says Mushroom Merchant. Not gonna say much more about that. It's only happened 4 times. Final prediction for the Cup final or for this game or for this series. All I know is that my series prediction has not gone well for me, and it probably won't end well. You got to bow out. Okay, Jake. Cool. You almost wait. You almost scored a goalie goal. Holy crap! That's amazing. I mean, just having that opportunity, right? Well, let us know if you ever come through with one. I'm sure. Just keep working on it, man. Anybody keeping track of the worlds? Not for me. Rangers in 6, Canes in 7. So in other words, if the Rangers lose Game 6 in Carolina, then you think that the Canes are going to make it happen. All right. Stars trying to clear the zone here, but the Avalanche have punched back pretty well here. I think the Canes have it in them to reverse sweep. My only thing is that, man, I'm not an Anderson believer in these playoffs. I really think I was just shocked that Kochekov was done after Game 3. I mean, didn't get another start. Emperor King, hey, welcome. Thanks for hopping over here, man. But let's look at this opportunity here as Ottinger had denied Miles Wood. He sure scored a hat trick yesterday. Nemeth has been playing great for Slovakia. Slovaks, man, they got some good young talent, right? Anderson is a beauty. Look, he's had a great career. I just don't think he quite has. I don't know, man. Look at the 5-hole has me pretty concerned. Toria, good evening to you. Wish I had better news with Nichushkin being suspended here, but at least they got Drouin back. Drouin, excuse me. Who's the favorite to win the cup? I can't remember who the front runner is right now. Do you guys know? Is it the Panthers? The Oilers? I don't know actually. Aesthetics History of the Coyotes was a cool video. Yeah, I just know that they published it. Did the Sharks blow a 3-0 series lead? Yeah, that was back in 2014 against the Kings. Pittsburgh blew a 3-0 series against the Islanders. Yeah, that was in 1975. But yeah, the Sharks blew a 3-0 lead to the Kings in 2014. I went to game 2, so I saw the Sharks win. But after that, the Kings won 2 more game 7s against the Ducks in the second round, and in the third round, they won in game 7 overtime against the defending champion Blackhawks. So, their 2012 and 2014 runs came out of seemingly nowhere, and they have to be regarded as two of the most unprecedented impressive runs that we've ever seen. Kind of sad that Franco's retired. Yeah, I know, right? He was a really good goaltender for the Avs. Hurricanes are still the favorite. I mean, the Corsi gods, right? Can't forget about the Bruins and Flyers in 2010. Amazing comeback. Simon Gagne, uh, what a hero in that series. All right. Ooh, a shot just wide of Georgiev. Rebound that Karen out into the crease. So Georgiev able to evade pressure there. Bruins blew a 3-0. Yeah, that's right. Red Wings blew a 3-0 series lead to the Maple Leafs. That's right. Yeah. Oh, Pavelski gets denied, and it caromed again off of Georgiev. He was able to turn that aside, albeit in very unorthodox fashion. Jumbo looks good on the wall. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good spot for him, right? I know I need to. I mean, it's not just the stuff that you gave me, but I have so much other stuff from subscribers. I need to like maybe even build out this wall right here with more stuff from you guys. I think I could do it. All right. Boy, oh boy, the Stars with a great run right there, but the Avs able to hold strong in their own zone. Canucks almost blew a 3-0 series against the Hawks in 2011. Yeah, that's right. Oilers underestimated the Canucks, and it's showing. Boy, yeah, I'm very impressed with how Shelovs is playing too. Zadorov just looks like a machine in these playoffs too. Francouz was better in net than Kemper IMO. I think that, I mean, like they were both they were kind of like a good sort of 1A 1B, right? And Francouz, he was actually really good for them in the playoffs. And now we're gonna get a Dallas Stars power play. Excuse me. Going to the bench is Caleb Jones with 8:33 left in the opening period. John with a 2 spot. Please a treat for Cortana. So cute. Well, thanks, John. Let me throw one over her way as we go to a commercial break. There we go, Cortana. No goals so far. Yo cesaros. No goals. But we'll hook you up. Thanks to John's super chat here. Ready? 1, 2, and whoop. Oh, look at that. She got the overthrow. Buying a Hosa Reebok Edge. Nice. Oh, that sounds amazing. How long have I had this channel? I've had this channel for over 6 years. We got started back in February of 2018. How about that? And like Nick here, for example, Windy City Hockey, he's been watching my channel for those whole 6 years. We got started creating content at the same time, so it's cool to see a lot of people sticking around from the OG days of Twister Bister Hockey. That she popped right up when she heard treat. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, we're joined at the hip, man. She's my shadow. Let's see here. Nick says, "What's my opinion on what happened to Nichushkin?" I mean, I haven't read like the whole release. It's just weird for it to be at this time, like to be coming out at this time. But again, I haven't really read into it to understand why it's what it is right now. But clearly he's got some demons to conquer. And so he did go through player assistance more quickly than a lot of other players that I've seen more recently. Not that I understand exactly what their treatment processes are, but yeah, it just seems like that more time needs to be dedicated to that, and it's going to be also don't forget it's going to be unpaid for him. Brandon says favorite YouTuber to watch. I mean, I would think that maybe urinating tree would be toward the top of my list if we're talking about like sports content. And I love watching Tom Grossi too. And of course, my buddy Jaws over on his channel. I'm glad to have met him in person. It's cool when you watch somebody for a few years and then have a chance to meet up with them in person. So yeah, somebody like urinating tree and post to post when Neil was doing that. Those were big influences as to why I wanted to create content specifically on YouTube. You might be going to Vegas for the draft. Really? Oh, off the rebound. Stars trying to jam at this one. Ben still got it. The longtime Star captains funneling this out to Robertson. J. Rob, a shot and a glove save, flash of the leather there by Georgiev. Tom is great, and his video making speed. Yeah, I know, right? Not to mention, I mean, like he does wonderful things with his community, for charitable causes. And so you get that person in person. You know what I mean? Uh, Hockey Psych, sure. Hockey Psych is great too. Johnny Hockey, those are a couple of excellent creators there. Who's like Pinholes Graham? Great. I think young talent in YouTube as well. I want to throw it over to him for some of his more cinematic content. Rob talks hockey as well. Hockey Junkie's great too. Yeah, a shot, and that was a screamer that went just wide of the net. Here's Pavelski. Back out to Hintz. $1:20 left on the power play. Heiskanen. Block pass from Lehkonen and knocked out by Sean Walker. That's right. And yeah, THG, Ben says, he was a huge reason as to why I started making content on here too. Who's Nick the Goal? I don't know who Nick the Goalie is. I don't really follow any creators who actually play. I know like there's Pavel Barber, but I don't know if his channel's kind of similar. I know Clark the Hockey Goalie, if anybody remembers that from, about 18 years ago. At the dot, Seguin skating in, shoots. Blocker save, Georgiev. Boy, Georgiev looks awesome tonight. Knock on wood. Harley, down low for Duchesne. Evading Manson and funneling it back out to Harley. Now he'll take it down low and just through the crease looking for Seguin. Marchment, good job to fight off a defender and keep the cycle alive. Here comes Marchment. Back out to Duchesne. The former Av has a pass blocked by Gerard, and he'll take it here. Seam pass, and that was read like a book by the Avs PK. Seguin nearly a hook on Kiviranta, and a shot that goes just wide as the Stars power play expires, but it's still alive in the zone. Johnson can't quite come up with this. Seguin getting back out to his point man. Lindell, a backhander that trickles down in front of Georgiev and is played up to Caleb Jones, who will dump it down, and the Avs get out of trouble. Coach Chippy, you remember Clark, the hockey goalie? Awesome, man. You're a Vikings fan? Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah. I don't mind that Grassi's a Packers fan. Because he's not just making content about the Packers. So there you go. Piano talent. Hey, there you are. Will the Canes reverse sweep? As somebody who does kind of root for the Hurricanes, I'm not saying it's on. I don't expect it to be, just because of how unsolvable Shesterkin has been for the whole playoffs, basically. So I'll say no, but hey, to quote JP and Angels in the Outfield, hey, it could happen. Inglewood Jack, I can't say I do. It's been a while since I was dipping through the hood. Compton, Long Beach, Inglewood. Yeah, Skinner, right? Besser's been really good. Absolutely, man. What a season he's had. Really happy for him too. He's a great guy. But yeah, it's just a fact, man. The Oilers they'll only go so far in the playoffs with who they have in net. They could put Jack Campbell out there. Would it make that much of a difference? Robbie, what's going on, man? Hope you're enjoying the playoffs, despite the exit by the Leafs. Okay, Ranch. If you like Pulp Fiction and hockey, you'll love it. That sells me, man. As we head to a commercial break here with a scoreless game, but this one is intense. I'm loving it. Your flight to Portland, you had to go from Vegas to Ontario to Portland. Interesting. Yeah, sure, Robbie. No problem, man. What was this again? Inglewood Jack. Interesting. Inglewood Jack. Though, the NHL might need a scriptwriter. I'm just saying. Inglewood Jack. Inglewood Jack. All right. You never know. Okay, let's see here. Do I have any interesting photos of the Northern Lights where I live? Somebody was asking. I think Nick asked me about that earlier. Windy City, Nick. Untitled photo folder. Yeah, I can open a few of these at least. But yeah, I for anyone who doesn't know, I live in North Idaho, and I mean the folks in Canada. I'm sure you guys had some incredible stuff uh, to to see this weekend. But yeah, this is the Northern Lights where I am. What was for dinner tonight? Slow cooked brisket tacos. Look at that! Isn't that cool? So neat, man. Uh, Here in the East, a majority of teams that scored first lost. Would it surprise me if a team blew a 3-0 series lead? I mean, absolutely. I mean, the Canes are that team that just cannot seem to buy a goal at times. So, and it's not like their goaltending is going to win them a series. So that's kind of why. Congrats on getting the first pick this year. Thank you. It's an awesome feeling for sure. And especially when the player did spend some of his youth in San Jose playing for the Junior Sharks. But yeah, let's see. I'll just show you a couple other photos. Um, Now, I have seen the Northern Lights before in Iceland about a year and a half ago, and it looked a little bit different, although the coloring was pretty similar too. But yeah, I'm very happy to say that I was able to enjoy it here where I live now. All right, all right. What's going on here now? Oh, Georgiev! Oh, damn! And off the rebound, buried by Johnston, and it's 1-0 Dallas as they've been coming in waves. Yeah, Georgiev, a heroic effort to make the initial save. All right, here we go. Live too far south to have seen the Northern Lights. I mean, we were very fortunate with because normally it's usually I think only every couple of years that you might be able to see it in the states, uh, unless you live in Alaska, of course. On the Oilers getting whooped by an AHL goalie. Well, to be fair, I mean Skinner isn't much better than an AHL goalie. Why Johnson, best player in the NHL, no cap. Dude, that kid is gonna get paid. Did I get the banner right? Oh, I'm sorry there. I accidentally said 1-0 Avalanche. To my to be fair, they were the home team the last time I did this, so I switched the teams in my banner. There we go. All right, thank you, LA Kings. Let's go. Ryan, what's going on? How you doing, man? I love your doggo pick, by the way. What's your fur friend's name? Bruins fans weren't happy about Bennett. Yeah. Now, I know we're just isolating on that one incident with. I'm looking just at yesterday's game, but yeah, I was surprised as to why that wasn't called goaltender interference. Hockey newsfeed, how you doing? Good to have you here. Johnston, he could get the Conn Smythe. Hey guys, I wonder who the youngest player to ever win the Conn Smythe is. Anybody have any idea on who that could be? You're cruising to Alaska. Wow, that's cool, man. Yeah, I've never been to Alaska. All right, under 3 to play. Thank you, John. Yep, slap shot that like everybody. All right. Ooh, off the zone entry. Here's Sagan and just over the blocker of Georgiev. Tilly, that's adorable. That's a great name if you like hockey. Now a shot from Duchesne ramping off of Walker's stick. He's trying to play this to the slot. A shot. Georgiev turning aside the bid from Sagan. And the Avalanche a little under siege here in this initial period. Patrick Watt, now I know exactly what you're talking about. 1986, right? Against the Flames, right? And then he got bested in 89. Then he, of course, won 3 more cups and 2 more Conn Smythe. Slothman, how you doing? But yeah, That year in '86, if it weren't for Patrick Waugh, that young rookie, who knows? The Hartford Whalers could have made a run to the Cup final that year. Canes might have the biggest comeback of the playoffs. So, a little wishful thinking, but that's exactly what I'm hoping for. Might be from Texas, but you know your hockey. Actually, Texas is starting to turn out a little bit more hockey talent, right? I know Tyler Myers is from Texas. Let's go. Johnston says Trevor. He looks good. Rodolfo hanging out with us. Hello, hello. Would Cortana win the Stanley Cup? I think Cortana would be in the parade if the Islanders somehow found a way to win it. But Cortana, at least, even though you're 10 years old, we predict that you're going to have at least another 6 years in you. So if Lou Lamoriello wasn't the general manager, the Islanders could have enough time to tear things down and win one for you. Pat Maroon's from your hometown. Oh, like St. Louis area? Cool. Actually, I had no idea, but Mrs. Twister actually went to high school with Tyler Johnson for a year. I had no idea. She didn't even know. We were watching hockey at a bar, and they had a Tyler Johnson jersey signed and framed on the wall there. And she's like, "Who's Tyler Johnson?" I'm like, "Here's a picture of him." She's like, "Wait, I went to high school with this guy for a year." So anyway, Rip Utree's voice when Carolina wins. Hurricanes man. Oh yeah, Hurricanes man. Well, Ms. Twister, but Mrs. Twister sounds better. But yeah. Oh, looking in. Oh, big pad stop, Ottinger. Down to a minute 20. In the slot, a shot. McCarr trying to get it off the end boards. Now McKinnon feeds the point. A shot. Blocked by Hintz. Oh, thanks, Trevor. It was great, man. Not good for his Avalanche, but had a good time catching up. And I got 2 free drinks. One from him, and one from some random person in the bar. because he didn't think I could pronounce his last name correctly. He said it was Swiss German. I nailed it on the first guess. I hope the Avs go all in and win the cup. I mean, look, even if they came up short this year, I think they're going to return pretty much most of their core this next year. But in 2025, don't forget Mikko Rantanen is going to be a free agent in 2025. Yeah. Excuse me. The Canucks win in Edmonton and win in Vancouver. It would be big for you. Shoot, man. I mean, you seem to be in control at this point of that series. I think that they're looking like it. Your last name? Well, I would think that it's Shaper. I would think that in German there's an umlaut over the A, so I would think it's Shaper. But something tells me I might be wrong there. All right, down to 22 seconds, guys. At the point, Heiskanen. He's going to fire one wide of Georgiev, and Pavelski had his second chance bid blocked, and now the Avs are going to dump this down with Middlestat and send around. It's Shopper. Oh, okay, interesting. I haven't ever heard of Shopper as a last name, but like because when I think of your last name, I think of Schaefer, right? So that's why my mind automatically goes there. Blake Coleman. Oh, Blake Coleman. Yeah, that's right. Blake Coleman for a long time this year was leading the Flames in scoring. Isn't that crazy? All right, so now we go to the end of the first period. There was a collision behind the net, so we might actually get penalties to end this period. But I think it's going to be just offsetting. All right. So as we head into first intermission here, just a single goal from Wyatt Johnston. Yeah. Flames have not been good. When Demko comes back, do you stick with Shilovs or put in Demko? Oh boy. I think it's kind of one of those things where, you can, for the time, you don't have to give all the games back to Demko. Give him a game, see how he feels, right? And then if he kills it, that's great. But don't make him just play every game in the series necessarily, unless Shilovs is actually faltering. but there's no. I mean, he looks pretty dialed in himself. You don't want to break that up. You don't want to break up that energy, right? As good as Demko is, Stefan Nason is also from Texas. Yeah, there's a player you dislike the most. It's Wyatt Johnston. Well, we'll get ready for the Wyatt Johnston show for the next 12 years. With the assist from Sam Steele, former Anaheim Duck and Minnesota Wild. Sam Steele. They're the closest team that. Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're going to be cheering for the Utah team, huh? Shelovs is, yeah. Shelovs definitely knows how to spin up quite a web. Ben dropping 5. Give Cortana a treat and go watch Inglewood Jack during intermission. Just put the camera on Cortana for all of intermission, right? Viewership's going to triple. Least favorite team? Well, as a San Jose Sharks fan, these days, I think a lot of people out there can figure out who it is, but traditionally it's the Kings. Hell, the Red Wings. I used to hate the Stars because we used to play in the same division. I had those couple of years where I despised the Canucks, right around 2011, right. Um, there was times when I couldn't stand the Penguins, the Ducks, right. So I mean that can always change, but the NorCal SoCal rivalry that will always be who's going to make the finals. Oh boy, my dude, I'm the worst person to ask. My prediction heading into the playoffs was Jets and Lightning. After this round, I thought it's probably going to be the Panthers and the Avalanche, and now that's a little bit up in the air, right? 15K, you owe me some cookies. Oh man, see, you can buy me jerseys, you can buy me uh, uh, bobbleheads, you can super chat, but you know what? This is the ultimate way to my heart. It's through my stomach, especially with chocolate. Here we go. Ready? And thank you, Ben. There we go. There's a treat. Home teams in the playoffs. What percentage of ticket sales go to the league? Ooh, I I have no idea. So if anybody can weigh in on that for John here, remember the days when the Stars were in the Pacific? Yeah, you grew up hating the Red Wings. Yeah, I mean you could be a Blackhawks fan and say that. You could be a Blues fan and say that, right? Especially the Blues fans. Steve Eiserman, 1996, right? When Gretzky turned it over for St. Louis. Dallas not making the finals. Boy, I mean, Ottinger against Demko could be an awesome series. Team Cortana. There we go. Uh, right, Alex. Uh, yeah. All right. Ooh. When am I streaming? I don't know when I'm streaming next, actually. This one was I wasn't expecting to do tonight, but I just found out I found it would be a really good opportunity. So I'm not entirely sure. I might have to hold off until like this weekend. But again, that's kind of up in the air. Grew up hating the Flames and Bruins. Oh, well, the Bruins we know, yeah. The Flames, okay, that makes sense because you like both Vancouver and Edmonton. You didn't like the Bruins ever since 2011. Yeah, it's so. I mean, I've talked about this before, but there we go, John. I was gonna say that it was so funny when I was making that video on the fiercest rivalries in the NHL today, right? And so I was looking at Reddit for like every team, and it's like, okay, let's say we're Dallas Stars fans. Who do we hate the most? Oh, we hate Nashville. We hate St. Louis. I was looking at the Maple Leafs, and it's like, okay, well, we hate Boston, even though historically, of course, it's the Canadiens. And then I was like, well, who does Vancouver hate? I know that obviously there's a province to the east, and I know that of course, well, many provinces, but there's that one right to the east, and then there's of course, Seattle. But I've watched many Kraken games. They don't hate the Canucks, and sure enough, their biggest adversary to this day is still the Bruins. All right, let's see here. Used to hate the Sharks when we shared the same division. Sure, man. And played at least 8 times a year. Yeah. I just remember one of the greatest goaltending duels of all time, Game 6 in Dallas in '08, Turco versus Nabokov. I mean, you can't complain with how amazing that was. even though like for my in my case the Sharks bowed out. Um, all right, hockey news. Well, hopefully we'll see you again soon. What is Cortana's favorite food or treat? You know what she really likes is her supplements. Actually, I give her a, a a combo of multi collagen alongside glucosamine, and I can actually I tell her, "Oh, do you want your glucosamine and multi collagen?" Like I say it really fast, and she gets super excited. So that's actually among her favorites, believe it or not. She also really likes her dental chews that are, Minties, the brand Minties. And then other than that, I'll give her occasionally, I'll cook an egg for her, or I'll give her some roasted chicken or something like that. So I do give her some people food, but that's like, you know, there are only certain types that I'll give her. Uh, who is the modern day Broad Street Bullies? I think a lot of people would say that the Panthers should be up there for that. When Morrow's goal got called back in that series, I know, right? Incredible. Frustrated with the Lightning as a Panthers fan. The dentist sticks, yeah, they're called Minties. Does she like car rides? Absolutely, yeah, yeah, she does. She's really good in the car. She never makes any noise unless we see like a squirrel or something like that, or a deer. Then she puts her head out the window and you know gets feisty, or a cat especially. Zadorov from the Flames was a great trade for us. Oh man, Zadorov looks awesome out there, like both ends of the ice. Not since the 2013 Hawks have we had a President's Trophy winner win the Stanley Cup. Right, right. And before them, if we're talking about a full 82 game season, the last team to do that was the Red Wings in '08. At during the Pavel Datsyuk and Henrik Zetterberg era, with of course Captain Nick Lidstrom. Ah, um, all right. I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything there. Awesome. Ooh. All right. Was there anything else? Became a Canucks fan because your fandom of the Oilers and hate for the Flames. Oh, really? So you ended up liking the Canucks, or the Oilers came first, huh? Interesting. Okay. Does Cortana like meeting other dogs? Um, Miraculously, this was what, yesterday or 2 days ago? Yesterday, she actually went up to another dog and sniffed that dog politely with the other dog did the same. Cortana doesn't like other dogs though, for the most part. She likes playing in the snow with some of them sometimes, but yeah, she's never really liked her own kind very much. She'll chase any other animal though. Squirrels, rabbits, deer. She's chased a coyote. She always wants to go after horses. She's wanted to go after a cow before. She got really intrigued when we saw a bear one time. Afton, what's going on? Hey, you guys are just pouring it on. I mean, because of Georgiev, it's not 4-0 already. Uh, Stars won the President's Trophy in the Cup. It was a goal. I think that just based on the rules, yeah, it was a good goal. Hmm. Not a bear, Cortana. Landley, I'm doing pretty well, man. Wasn't expecting to do this, but I'm glad already. I'm very glad that I've already done that. How are you? I know that last night was disappointing to say the least. The Joe Sakic documentary. I was like half awake when I watched it. Unfortunately, it was great. I love seeing that kind of content on ESPN Plus. So I'll probably need to go back and watch it again with my full focus. But it's amazing just to think that Sakic was like. Could you imagine Joe Sakic in another jersey that's other than like Team Canada? That's just so weird. Did I hear about Nichushkin? Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's very unfortunate for the Avs, but clearly, he's got some other demons to conquer. Does she chase a Blech? She probably would, honestly. Cortana would. Outside of the Sharks, my favorite. Oh, what's my favorite rivalry? Um, Current or historic? I would say that like I know that it wasn't as intense. Well, actually, no. This year it was also really intense, even though one of these teams didn't make the playoffs. But seeing a rivalry between the Devils and the Rangers, oh man, that's a treat, man. And not just because of the games itself, but like the fans really go at it with each other. And for the most part, it's all in good fun for the most part. The hell with the game. This is your life, Cortana. What do I ever plan on getting Cortana a sibling? Maybe, maybe. I would have to have like actual property though. We're in a townhouse, and so there's not enough room for another fur friend. Other than Joe in his rookie jersey for the Nordiques, absolutely inconceivable. Yeah, actually, hell, he and we forget that didn't Sackett get the Nordiques to a conference final? Right? I think he did like the year before they moved to Denver. Devils Rangers is one of the very best. Yep. Battle of Alberta. Not so much this year, but for a couple of years there, it was looking real hot. Flames and Canucks has been amazing too. I mean, I just think about 10 years ago, right? Starting the fourth lines in Tortorella and who was that? Bob Hartley. And Torts tries to go into the Calgary locker room. Oh man, they don't make too many of them like Torts these days, huh? Bruins Canadians. Well, yeah, that's like the most historic hockey rivalry. What team has the best arena name? Oh man. Um, I mean, how? Let's see here. Like the actual official name. I mean, would it have to be MSG? Right? Just because it's the oldest arena. It's not like named after a sponsor. The bed that Cortana's on is her night bed. Yeah, I will. I'll drag it into our bedroom as well. I should get her another one though because it's a good one. And the super chats today definitely would help fund something like that. But yeah, I should get her a more floofy bed. This one's been around for like 5 years. Although it's held up pretty well, despite her peeing on it a couple of times. The Pepsi Center. Yeah, yeah, me too. Me too. Sharks and Knights in 2019 went hard. Oh yeah, man. I mean, I was on a camping trip during part of the series. Actually, no, that was between the two games, and I mean, I went. I remember I went to like a Game of Thrones trivia at a bar during Game Four, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so glad I'm not watching this game right now because I think the Knights won like 7-0 or 7-1, and then what happened after that? I was on pins and needles. I mean, games. Everybody talks about game seven, but game six was. I mean, the Knights pumped 57 shots on goal or 59 shots on goal, something like that. It was very, very nerve wracking for me. But then Hurdle scores. Former San Jose Shark Tomash Hurdle scores in double overtime, and then game seven happens. Uh, Pepsi's a trash soda, Dr Pepper for life. Um, I mean, between Coke and Pepsi, I like regular Coke more than regular Pepsi, but I like Diet Pepsi more than Diet Coke because Diet Coke make like that gives me headaches with how it tastes. But yes, Dr Pepper, of course, is king. Rangers are choking, says Prescott. We'll see. We'll see. Dallas and Vegas is heating up. Yeah, back to back years and real close series this year. Rangers choking would bring you so much joy. I I know a lot of people are just like anticipating and manifesting a reverse sweep. I mean, I'm kind of right there with you, but really, I mean, you got to respect what they've done this year, right? Up until that last period, they had just you know just they were just playing chess against the Carolina Hurricanes checkers. Well, the Canes reverse sweep. I'm still gonna say no. You know what I've been finding out with my predictions? My predictions have been absolute garbage this season and this postseason. So yes, the Rangers are going to still win against the Carolina Hurricanes. Great breakdown on the sodas. Thank you. Avalanche versus Rangers final. Who do I got? Avalanche. President's Trophy curse. Pepsi Nitro is better than regular Pepsi. I've never had Pepsi Nitro. Zero. Pepsi Max or whatever the 0 calorie one. That's fine. Stars rivalry against the Knights. You like to see that? You do respect Dallas so much. Oh, wonderful! When you respect your rival, then it's a rivalry that can last longer. I think. Anyway, how would I break down the East games to the West games? Yeah, somebody else was it you who said earlier that like the West games you actually get to see the skilled players showcasing their abilities more. I don't know if I would. Well, like with the Rangers game, they seem to be doing that, but that seems to be more so on the power play. Uh, but with the Oilers and Canucks, honestly, I don't even know if I watched more than like one full game of that, so I can't really say. But the interesting thing there is that um, with the Oilers, their top talents haven't been as effective. So you've seen a good job of I think you've seen a good job of kind of the Canucks clamping down in that zone. Uh, yeah, who you think advances and wins the cup changes every day. I mean, that's fair. Here I am after the Avs had beaten the Jets. I mean, I was so high on the Jets, right? I mean, I was like, okay, well, nobody's stopping the Avalanche. They finally woke up after the disappointment in the first round last year against the Kraken. So they're going to probably win it all, like I said at the beginning of the year. And now I'm just like, huh? When Cherry Dr. Pepper got discontinued, you were pissed. Well, it's funny because like Dr. Pepper already tastes kind of like cherry. So I almost think that like it was a little superfluous, but I'm not saying that it wasn't good. You miss vanilla Coke? Yeah, there's no more vanilla Coke? Still despise the Canes, but at the same time, this will be very satisfying if it's so. Yeah, those are your conditions, right? You were like, okay, if the Rangers are going to lose, it has to be in the most embarrassing of fashions. Peanut butter Pop Tarts. Oh, I never had one of those. I love peanut butter. Uh, I hate how all the West games have been later. Oh, I see. Yeah, because people on the East Coast, Central Time Zone, right? That's not easy. They use nitrogen to make the drinks effervescence to get fizzy instead of the normal. Interesting. I mean, I like a lot of beers that are on Nitro Tap. Uh, Garbage is cola. Now you just drink water. Oh, good for you. There's nothing wrong with that, Roy. I don't. Yeah, last time I had a can of cola, it's been a while. Probably when I had Dr Pepper. But I like to slow cook my pork in Coke or in Dr Pepper. Um, Mexican Coke is the best. Agreed. Anybody else? Vol. At least when I was a kid and was drinking like that kind of soda, I used to like Vol. I think it was underrated. I mean, that was also like the same time as Surge. I think the Vault probably tasted better, even though of course Surge had the best marketing on the planet. Just water and black coffee. Okay, actually, I can get behind a lot of that. Minus, of course, I still need some some suds here. Uh, all the Mountain Dew drinks. Yeah, I used to drink a ton of Dew. Vanilla Sprite? What is this? I've never heard of such a thing. Guinness chocolate donuts for St. Patrick's Day. That sounds like heaven. I was at a pub recently, or my favorite pub, I should say, and they have for dessert there. They have Guinness and ice cream. It's basically just vanilla ice cream and a Guinness on top of it. Pretty good. As we get into the second period, black coffee is one of the most nastiest is the nastiest thing on earth. Polite disagreement here. All right, let's go to the second period. You guys have been a fantastic crowd so far. Keep it up. Oh, you got fillings in every tooth. Oh man, hey, I got some fillings too. That's it though. Fortunately, uh, Mama Twist gave me really good teeth for genetics. Excuse me. All right, shot and stick save Georgiev off of guess who? Wyatt Johnston. Used to put cream and sugar in yours, but it's a better choice to drink it black. Yeah, that's what I've heard too. I usually drink it black, but I've kind of been mixing it up recently. Makar and Nate Dogg. Yeah. We need more of them. Because the Avs were in their own zone so much in the first period, we really didn't get to see them generate all that many opportunities. You've improved over the years to taking care of your teeth a lot better. Yeah, just first of all, floss. Just floss, floss, floss. That's the best thing you can do for your teeth, in my opinion. All right. Uh, Dentistry or dental tips from Twisted Wrister Hockey and Community. That's premium content. Folgers doesn't count as coffee. Gerard and just wide of the net. But it's the best part of waking up, isn't it, Ben? All right, here's Duchesne. For whatever reason, I drink Seattle's best out of a bag. For some reason, it just works for me. Come on, Moose. Yeah, Ronton and He hasn't had really much of a chance so far either. All right. Ooh, hard into the boards there went Drouin. He's okay. And now Tanev. Bias is Steele. Drawing a few defenders. He chips it around the net. It's 4-on-4 right now. There were matching penalties at the end of the period. And now Heiskanen drop pass, a shot and a save by Georgiev off of Robertson. Already 17 shots by the Stars, 18, excuse me, and just two for the home team. Jones sends it over to McKinnon at the dot, a shot, and did that ring off the post? No, but a good rip there from Sean Walker. He actually does have, he has some pretty good offensive skills, Sean Walker. McKinnon off of Harley. Walker trying to retrieve it. Down he goes. Yeah, so now the shots are 18-2 Dallas. Mocha Frappe. It's certainly tasty. And now with some speed, here's what a shot and a save by Ottinger. Seems like the Avs are sleeping right now. They had something going there. Susie won't be playing tomorrow. Yep. You do enjoy a cappuccino now again. What? It's been a long time since I had a cappuccino. Wood fired roasted coffee is the best. Interesting. Yeah, that's a good point that Dean makes there. Also, by the way, I have some coffee from a small producer that I need to plug into one of my videos because they sent it to me for free and want me to do some sort of endorsement for them. Straight out of Colombia, by the way. Colombia. Will the Panthers advance tomorrow? I can't see them not advancing at home tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen with Marchand, but I still think that Florida right now has most of the momentum. Not all of it. It was a tough game yesterday, but at home, I think they can do it. Tim Hortons caramel ice capo Oreo. Okay, I've never had Tim Hortons. Now wait, is Tim Hortons in parts of the U.S. because it's not where I am? Stout coffee brand espresso. Oh, I didn't know that they made it like that. I know they have the cold brew. Stuff's pretty good, I gotta say. Did you miss anything crazy? Well, it's 1-0. Wyatt Johnston with the lone goal. And really, it's been all Dallas for the most part. I don't know. I haven't checked it in the last minute, but it was 18-2 the shots on goal. There's Timmy's in Ohio. Okay. Any twisters in the Boston area? Your cousins own a cafe and baking supply store in Cambridge. Hey, my best friend used to live there. And they make excellent coffee. Chad, what's going on? Trevor, hey, dude. Congrats to the Canes. Not dead just yet. And I'm hoping that maybe if they can score a power play goal, then my blood pressure can level out a little bit here. Starbucks is overpriced. I mean, name somewhere that's not overpriced, but I hear you. Live in New Brunswick. Oh, okay, that's right. Oh, Avs nearly a chance. Oh wait, excuse me. Trennan gathering this, sending it over to Makar. Chance of the dot, and looking for Trennan on the tip play. He'll have to be a net front presence for them with Nichushkin out now, the former Predator, Yakov Trennan. Now Robertson looking in front, and a good tie-up by Georgiev over Stankoven. Bedroom rearrangement project. You know what? That kind of thing can be fun. I mean, hell, one of my favorite things I've done since I've moved over to Hayden, this has been a couple years, but I mean, putting my backdrop together was so fun. They burn the shit out of their beans. All right, so I think somebody's going to get a power play here. Oh, that was Jones tying up Stankoven. Yeah. Is drinkable in 5 minutes where Duncan takes 30 minutes to cool down. Really? Is that true? I don't know. Every time I get my Starbucks, it's wicked hot, but I'm just getting like a drip or an Americano. All right, here's Heiskanen. So the Stars are on the power play. So Jones had that hooking penalty on Stankoven. And we have a puck in the netting. Brendan Moore is the type of coach to make a big comeback, says Canadian White Trash. Let's hope so, man. I mean, don't he has all the motivation to defeat his former coach and Stanley Cup winning coach in Peter Laviolette. Uh, oh, okay. Well, that's good for you, Trevor. All right, man. Well, I hope that she's able to get back home from a procedure like that without having to stay too much time in the hospital there. All right, Robertson looking down low. He goes down to his knees. He shoots, and I couldn't even see if Georgiev got a piece of that. But anyway, still alive in the zone. Here's Heiskanen at the dot, a one-timer, and Johnston turned aside by Georgiev. Ben, and back to Johnston. Looking up at the point, a one-timer, and that goes through a bunch of sticks, but not on net. Retrieved, and here's Robertson, and his pass goes a little bit wide of Heiskanen and out of the zone. Heiskanen finding the point, Pavelski to Robertson, and now to Johnston. All eyes on 53. Pavelski. Oh, yeah, sure, Trevor, man. That stuff, I've had friends who've had like back surgery and that sort of thing. Here's Heiskanen at the dot, looking for a seam pass for Johnston, had him wide open, and what a great poke check from whoever that was. All right, Marchment. Heiskanen. Robertson. Top of the circle and finds Johnston. Looking down low at Pavelski, and a blocked pass there from Girard, and he cross-checks Pavelski. No call. Robertson holding on. 15 left in the power play. Seam pass, shot, score! It's Johnston again at the goal line as Georgiev had to move laterally, and nobody is stopping who could be a potential Conn Smythe pick in Wyatt Johnston. It's 2-0. And the Avs in full control here with, God, I don't even want to know what the shot differential is right now. Yeah, absolute snipe there. This kid is unreal, man. Yeah, I know, right? And think about him. He's turning 21 years old tomorrow. Also, they have Stankoven on his line, who's like 19 years old or 20. Wait, that went off my hat. Here we go. Ready, girl? Whoop. Oh, good catch. Or good snare there. Dun dun Dallas Stars. Rangers, what's Hey, Mr. Vids. Well, we'll see if they can get it done in Raleigh if they get a little bit of a wake-up call from Laviolette. Hintz questionable to return. Oh, really? Had he blocked a shot? Because, wait, I thought he was on that power. No, he wasn't on that power play. 4 shots in the second period, so the Avs are stuck on just 4. No reason to believe Carolina can't make a best of 7. I mean, special teams nearly has cost them these playoffs, man. But is that my dog? Oh, she's so much more than my dog. She's my bestest best friend and a great roommate too. But yes, this is Cortana, and Cortana's still full of tons of energy for a 10-year-old dog. McKinnon's kind of disappeared. Yeah, I mean, I haven't even. Here he is right now, but like I haven't gotten to see him generate much in the way of chances. All right, stretch pass and dump down behind Georgiev. He'll have to swat this one off the wall. Duchesne gets a big hit there from Walker, Colorado Ranger, and dumped out by the Avs. You've ate 24 12 party packs of Taco Bell tacos before, and let's just say that your stomach had a nuclear meltdown after that. Oh, God. RIP your colon, bud. She went from being an AI to a good doggy. Exactly, Mr. Vids. Mac's been kept quiet. He's looking for chances to attack. Yeah, it's just that, it would help a little bit more if his team wasn't so hemmed in their own zone. It's like Dallas is doing what the Avs were doing to their opponents 2 years ago. Stars have 18 more shots. Yikes. And we go to the commercial break, by the way. So 2-0, and that's 2 goals from 53, Wyatt Johnston. 53. He's on fire. So Johnston now up to what is that now? That's his seventh of the playoffs. I want to say so far. Who do I got for the conference final? I mean, I still don't think the Rangers are going to lose. But I would think they take on the Panthers. Now I did Canucks fans earmuffs. I did pick the Oilers to beat the Canucks. Although my bracket says otherwise. I had the Canucks over the Oilers, but are the Canucks going to win? I think they should feel good. They shouldn't, feel any reason why their game is, why they're winning is just pure fluke or luck or anything like that. Yeah, it looks like we're probably going to get it. It's looking like we'll get all the one seeds. Um, there was only one lower seed that won in the first round, by the way, and that was the Avs. So it's kind of weird because I would expect that we would have some more, underdogs or lower seeded teams winning. You came to see them win. Well, it's not over yet, but something has to change. There has to be a momentum changing play. Like somebody needs to legally lay out somebody for Dallas or something like that, right? That wakes the bench up. After missing the big Russian, right? So I mean, missing your net front presence, sure, and he's good defensively, right? But I mean, his own team just can't. The star cycle game has just been relentless tonight. Yeah, but Ben's right. When you do sleep on the abs, that can bite you in the ass. Johnson's second of the night with the two assists of Robertson and Heiskanen. And it's what's crazy, man. It's like we go back to the Stars, right? And Heiskanen's still 24 years old. Johnston is turning 21 tomorrow. Stankovic, I think, is like 20. Uh, Robertson is 23, right? Something like that. Ottinger's 24. Like this core is going to be pretty damn good for a while. So Jim Nill, he won, I think, GM of the year last year. I think that he should get a lot of credit for what he's done. I don't think he gets talked about quite enough. Versus somebody who has a cup already with their core, like Joe Sakic, and he's done a brilliant job. Let's not mince words. I know that McFarland's the general manager though. Steal a shot just wide of Georgiev's glove, retrieved and played back to Lindell. Around the net it goes, and now intercepted from behind the net by Walker. And Kiviranta down ice, and this will be an icing. Maverick Bork isn't even on the roster yet. And let's not forget former Spokane Chief Connor Roulette, too, who just had 100 points in the dub this past season. Avs won't put the puck into the crease when they have the chance. That's why Carolina's coming back. The Rangers have done a good job, I think, just tying up some of those kind of like seam passes, slot passes by the Canes. But ultimately, Carolina just kept coming at them. Pavelski has only 1 point in these playoffs. He really has been quiet. I'm thinking that kind of like Ovechkin, maybe not as severely, sure, but Father Time has maybe caught up on Pavelski just a little. And Steve Levy says, "Don't get started on Conn Smythe conversations." That's funny. Dadonov trying to wrap it around. Brought back to the point. Heiskanen. And now Harley. Oh, yeah, by the way, Thomas Harley is one of those other guys who's under 20, who's 24 or under. And I believe he was like top 5 in goals for defensemen this year. Thomas Harley is how old? Yeah, the dude's not even 23 yet. It's incredible. So, yeah, Jim Nill should definitely get a lot of credit. Hintz is questionable, yeah. But that hasn't really mattered all that much as the real young guys are getting the job done tonight. Dun, 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 dun. All right. If the Stars, Colorado is playing Blackhawks hockey, 4 shots on goal. If the Stars win the cup, you have no doubt that they would give the cup to Pavs first. Well, I mean, it's first going to be Jamie Benn raising it, right? And then would he hand it over to Pavelski after that? Would he hand it over to Sagan or Suter? Right? I think yeah, Pavelski and Suter, both of them part of the '03 draft class. Then Duchesne would probably get it pretty early too. Uh, but yeah, that would be an amazing cup raising ceremony. Sharks prospect got a hat trick tonight in the OHL Championship Series. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Now, okay, the Abs were able to get at least a shot on goal there. We're down to 11 minutes in the period. Raymond Bork situation for Pavelski. Well, let's see. Your Pabs, his first game in teal, I think, came in the 05-06 season or 06-07, one of the two. Long career. Not to mention, I mean, he was captain a few years in San Jose, and if he had been re-signed, who knows what would have happened? But that's part of the business, man. Sharks prospect. Oh, a hat trick. Was that maybe Quentin Musty? It might have been. Abs have 7 shots on goal. Not good. Yeah. Sagan already has a cup. Right. So you think yeah. My only reason with Sagan is because he's played pretty much his whole career in Dallas. But I mean, if they want to really stick to that formula, I have no complaints. That would be fantastic. Positives about this game is that the Pantera song is played twice. Right. So you want every game to be basically 7-6. Good to have you here, Bill. Whoop. Hi, boo boo. Oh, and nice block pass there from McKinnon. He thought that Boston was going to put up a bigger fight. Swayman has been their best player by far. Yeah, and I mean, I can't point the finger at him like whatsoever. Right? It's just that I think they're really well coached. I don't think that we should be questioning Jim Montgomery extensively by any means. It's just that he doesn't have that much of a roster to work with. You know, Pasta, Marchand, McAvoy, Swayman, like who else do you have, right? You have Zaka as your first line center, right? Or Geeky or whoever it is. Cute dog, thank you. Yeah, Cortana's she's irresistible, man. She is incredible at getting me to do her bidding, to succumb to her demands. Really, she is. But I love her like she was my own. All right, around the net, the Stars threatening here, out in front of the crease, stuffed, and high stick there. Who was that to? Yeah, the Sharks prospect. I want to say Roy. I want to say that would be Quentin Musty. You like the lower scoring games, and yeah, we've seen a lot more lower scoring games. A lot of, at worst, like 4-2 games, and I don't seem to mind it either. I mean, it's still very competitive, and the pacing's still really good too. Celebrini's going to be good. Hell yeah, yeah. And the Sharks can also get a hopefully a defenseman at 14th overall too. San Jose in the 2016. They had some of your favorite players of all time, really. Yeah, I didn't think that it would be that team. Oh, and just wide of the net there, and a stick that goes flying. But yeah, I think Prescott, that with those Sharks, I don't think that they were all that like flashy of a team. Even though they had those Hall of Fame talents, they didn't really play that style. DeBoer's team was more, I don't want to say super defensive oriented, but it wasn't run and gun by any means. But that team was built for playoff success for the most part. It's like a low scoring football game. You love a good defensive game. Yeah, but the good thing is that with hockey, a goal is a goal. It's not a field goal versus a touchdown, right? John, hey, how you doing, man? Favorite player growing up? Sergei Zubov. Oh yeah, dude, what a clapper that guy had. So I didn't really watch hockey much um until I basically became an adult. But I'd say that from my time as a Sharks fan early on, it was definitely Owen Nolan, and then probably after him it was Nabokov. The best all-around team in this year's playoffs. Um, I'd say that it's I know I said this about a month before the season ended. I said that Florida is the most complete team. I can probably say that's still the case right now. Favorite Avs jersey, of course. I won't say the Nordiques, but I'd say that right now I actually really like their current home jersey. I think there's really not much that I would change, honestly. If Yevgeny Nabokov, hell yeah, Nabby. The favorite was Huberto. Huberto was awesome, man. As a Panther, but yeah, I'd say that yeah, Avs home jersey would probably be number one. You know what I thought was much better than I was a fan of their reverse retro 2.0 with the Rockies colors. I actually really like that one. Um, and I would say that of course, the reverse retro 1.0. It's a little that one's a little plain, just considering how long those jerseys are. Right, it's not really that space isn't filled out a ton, but it was cool seeing that as well. The Colorado wordmark jersey with I liked it in burgundy. I didn't like it in blue as much. The Red Wings were your favorite team before you came to Montreal. Lidstrom, Dotsuk, Zetterberg. It's incredible. I mean, as someone who really wasn't watching hockey until after the lockout, I mean, I was wondering this today. I'm like, is Sergei Fedorov like the most underappreciated player of all time? Really, considering just all the other legends around him. Why can't the Avs get past the second round? Well, I mean, it doesn't help that now Nichushkin is out. All right. Well, let's see if they can get something going. 9 minutes left. Here's Rantanen at the top of the slot. A shot and blocked in front. Lehkonen trying to get it back on net. And back the other way comes Robertson. Chip it by. We'll go against Makar here. Makar, nice reverse hit on Robertson. I am a fan of the reverse hit, as long as you don't catch him too high. Stankoven finding the point. A shot. And it trickles through. Heiskanen might get credit for this one, and it's 3-0. Damn. Now they've just been putting on a clinic all night. All right, Cortana, let's give you another treat, girl. It's a goal treat. All right, whoa, here we go. Ready? Whoop. Oh, dang. Miro the hero. Yeah, it went off Georgiev's shoulder and went in. Oops. Avs look dead. Boy, if you can't win either of your two home games where you've been the best in the NHL, then yeah, you're not winning this series. The Panthers' four lines are in sync. That if you stay healthy, it'd be tough for anyone to beat us in 4 out of 7. We have players who can't play with this roster. I mean, look at what they've done recently, getting Tarasenko back in his groove. That's big. I know that Jaws is a big fan of Lomberg too, and you do need that guy who just who skates fast and hits. And you got your clutch players too. This is Barkov's probably his best playoffs. Avs have the same problem as the Oilers, bad goaltending. I mean, but that last goal, sure, but I mean, Georgiev has been standing on his head otherwise. Mm. All right. Maybe they're trying to add more here. Here's Dodonov behind the net. Marchment, former Panther as well, Yevgeny Dodonov. Derek, what's going on, man? Avs respond. Oh, am I a wee bit behind here? Here they are in front of the net. A shot and score. It's Casey Middlestat. It's back to a 2-goal deficit. And the former Sabre gets the home team on the board with 7:25 left. Here, Cortana. Here's another goal treat for you. Oh, there's one. Actually, I'll give her another one because the Avs have been starved for offense this game. Yes, Cortana, you get another treat for that. Ready? Over the shoulder. 1-2. Whoop. Oh, look at that catch. Look at that immaculate reception. Kane's gonna pull off the reverse sweep. Oh man, I'm hoping and praying. I don't want to get my hopes up too much. Okay. Okay. Uh Lomberg is actually Lomberg hasn't even been he wasn't in the last game? Oh wow. And neither is I know Cousins had been taken out. Yeah, they got didn't they have Okpozo on the top line? I don't know. Paul Maurice is a mad scientist right now, and it seems to be working. Rags in 7, Mista Vids. Yeah. Cortana just overtook Justin Jefferson with catch of the decade. Your Twisted Wrister stickers came in the mail. Awesome, man. Well, I hope you I hope you like them, and I hope that you find a good spot for them on your on your laptop or coffee mug or whatever. The Stars reverse retros that were similar to the black 90s jerseys are sweet too. Yeah, those turned out great. I actually really do like those. Um, I know they still haven't brought back the original Star jersey. I really do want to see that. I know they had it for Zubov's number retirement, but yeah, Kings will try, guarantee 100%. They never give up. Oh, please, just whatever you do. If you get 3 or more power plays, just score one, score one. No shorties. Here's McKinnon with McKinnon energy. Oh, and Ottinger robs Lekanen on the post. Do I have a PO box? I actually don't right now. I'm thinking about getting it again, but I mean, I trust folks here. Everyone's really cool. So if there's something you want to send to me, just get in touch with me on social media or over email. That stuff's in the video description down below. Hmm. Was on the top line when Reinhardt left the game. Oh, okay. Thanks, John. Oh god, no, no. I just watched Jaws' recap. That's all. He's my source. Yeah, Reinhardt, of course, took that shot early on from McAvoy. I did see that. That I mean, look, you can't. I mean, that's just a textbook good hit, right? So it's good that we can still see that even when things do get a wee bit chippy out there. Stank Robertson point shot and off the glove of Georgiev. You happy with how Jaws runs his channel? Hey man, he brought me on for a live stream one time, so actually 3 times technically, but one was in person, so you can't complain there. An OG Stars reverse retro, it's classic look. Yeah, Stars have had they've had some real bad ones and they've had a few beauties. Oh, nice save there by Georgiev. And back the other way comes Ross Colton, working against Suter, finding the high slot. A loose puck on the stick of Manson. He'll lose it to Dodonov. And now fed ahead for Duchesne. A backhander that's turned aside by Georgiev. And now settled here by Manson. The shots now. The Avs are up to 10 shots. We're going to give Cortana a treat for the Avs actually getting to double-digit shots. A yellow, green, yellow, and white North Stars jersey. What about it? Oh, like the wild one? Pretty sweet. That all white reverse retro. What the hell were they thinking? Yeah. Well, the cool part were the numbers. I actually liked the numbers, but the fact that the bottom had no color to it, that was so freaking weird to me. The goat head. It's your favorite all time. Yeah, right now. So here at my home here, up the stairs, I hang up 4 different jerseys. So you start at the bottom of the stairs. There's one jersey, and then as you go up, we have just a few there. We have a line of 4 of them, and right now it's 4 of my favorites from the '90s. So I have, these are all like starters or CCM. So I have like my goat head, my Robo Penguin, my big save by Ottinger off of Drouin with the glove. Play goes on. And I've got the Fisherman, and what's the other one? I forget what the other one is. Another one of those big, collectible ones from that era. Can you see? Unfortunately, no. I've got my camera's hardwired here, so it's not like I'm using my laptop, so I can't show you that. At least not on a stream. But I always change up those jerseys. Oh, Mighty Ducks, the Mighty Ducks, of course. Coyotes Kachina. The one that I have is I just have an Adidas one. at least for now. And Avs have it behind the net, but it's coughed up to Lindell. We're down to tree turty tree in the second period, as Pat Foley would say. At least at the end of his games, he would say that. And we'll get a whistle here. A white goat head when you were younger. You know what was a great white jersey in the late '90s was the white Statue of Liberty. The Rangers only wore that one season, I think one season, at least, or maybe two seasons. But Gretzky was there to wear that one. The white Lady of Liberty was fantastic. You don't build around Bedard by trading for someone 9 years older. Oh, was this a Marner trade proposal? Leafs net needs to stop with Seth Jones and a first, and Nick Foligno for Mitch Marner. Heck no, man. It's not like the Hawks are trying to win a Stanley Cup next year or anything like that. Hell, they're not even trying to. They won't even make the playoffs next year, so they shouldn't make that. They would never ever. It would never be in their best interest to make that trade. Going to next year. A Sharks former coach was your neighbor, Al Sims. Oh, Owen Nolan got him fired. Oh boy, Buster is definitely a Sharks favorite. Uh, it was the one that they wore today, by the '90s version. Um, the goat head, or like the current home uniform. Sabres, man. I mean, goat head or the current home and away, like those are all fantastic. I love those so much. What a crazy rebrand though. I mean, that was the '90s, right? Because you had the Islanders rebrand was bonkers as well. Um, you had the Kings adding purple back to their uniforms. That was nice. If you go to the draft, you might have to rock your Blackhawks neon sign warm up jersey. Oh, I do like that one a lot. That would be a fantastic choice there, Nick. The current home jersey, yeah, I love the current royal blue ones, and I have a white one, and that's fantastic too. Sharks jerseys, yeah. Overall, I mean, I don't like absolutely love every Sharks jersey, but at the end of the day, it's the best color in professional sports, teal. All right, we're down to 310. Got the Sabres to the Eastern Conference Final. Yep, in 06. Yeah, and then they lost again in 07, right? Yeah, so in '06 they lost to the Hurricanes, and then the next year they lost to Ottawa. Teal and purple, yeah, totally. Like my Orlando Solar Bears jersey. Best jerseys you own are your Golden Knights and your Oilers. Connor McDavid Reebok third. The Reebok third, the Orange Crush. I do like that one. Actually, Humraj in our chat here, he has it now. Yeah, teal and purple, Charlotte Hornets, baby. Solar Bears. Yep, there you are. An embarrassing game for the Abs. Oh, hey, you're good, Richard. But yeah, sorry that this has been underwhelming to say the least. But somehow they're not out of it. All right, Colton is going to get tossed in the circle here, facing off against Johnston. All right, at the point, Heiskanen getting around Colton, trying to bring it out in front, tied up, and a shot that goes just wide off of Johnston, looking for that Hattie. Now with some speed come the Abs. Stars have their defense in position, and Harley, he'll just softly backhand this one to Ben. Hurricanes came out tonight and said we're forcing game 6. I think they came out in the to start the third period. I hate these. They try to make all these pretty passes. The Rangers defense has been on top of it. But then the comeback happened. Sharks with celebrating will contend. Oh, I want to say that too, Roy. It's been 5 bad years. We could still be in for another couple bad years, but hopefully trust the process. They got to make sure they develop these players right. They got to get the right coaches, right? And right now they're not in position to they don't have that right now because now they have to replace Quinn, and I don't like Greer keeping the Barracuda staff. Honestly, I don't. McKinnon, speed coming in, shoots, save Ottinger. He'll cover up. Let's hope they win Game 6. Would hate for the Rangers to win Game 6. Well, there we go. Something again. Once see you're always coming in with those nuggets. Something that a Kings and Sharks fan can agree on. Take care of former Lightning prospect Jack Thompson. Yeah, I was saying that the Sharks have no depth in their at defense in their prospect pool. Thompson gives them depth. That's good, and they have Muhammad Doolin and Matthias Havlid. Like that's good, but I still think they need that like blue chip guy. But I'm glad that the Sharks got good value in that trade with you guys for Duclair, and I'm glad Duke worked out. If you can't re-sign him, that's okay. We're gonna. I was gonna say. If you can't re-sign him, we'll gladly bring him back because his teammates love him, and we have the cap space. The Jets would have put up a better fight. Ooh, those are some fighting words. Now here's Manson or Drouin, excuse me, with Manson. Gonna cycle this out to the point and just wide of the stick of Jack Johnson. And now with 1 minute left, Georgiev will settle this. Charging ahead is Middlestat. He'll back pass it to Johnson. And now from the goal line, worked out to the point. Makar to Johnson at the other point. And now Lehkonen a little give and go with Johnson. He can't get to the puck, but he's got it behind the net. And cycling it back to Lehkonen. A shot, and that deflects into the netting with 25 seconds left. Yep. Been a while. Canes have some hope. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Hey, man, I want to believe. I want to believe. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm in a minority here, but man, I mean, I'm just not Anderson, man. I'd rather have Kachekov out there, honestly. I think he's going to be a little bit more consistent with the 5-hole. But anyway, they have some life though, and it's good that they're going back to Raleigh for Game 6. Hellebuck gave up so many goals. Yeah, I mean, I think that did he underwhelm? Yeah, I think I was a little unfair to him in that his defense just was not prepared for the Avs attack. But yeah, he just hasn't been quite the same goaltender in the playoffs. And I mean, there is a bit of a sample size for him. Lightning are one of your favorite teams back when they won the Cup on your second birthday in 04. Yeah, what a series that turned out to be, huh? And some great Hall of Famers on that team with, of course, St. Louis. Actually, no, St. Louis was he the only Hall of Famer on that team? Because Le Cavalier isn't in the Hall of Fame, even though I think he has an Art Ross trophy. He was, I think, a first overall pick way back in the day. Hobby Bullen, the goaltender. I know that they had, of course, Dan Boyle on defense. Guys who were, all-star players, sure. Oh, of course, Dave Andrechuk. How could I forget Dave Andrechuk? I don't mean to forget him. The captain, right? All right, so that is second intermission now. Rangers and Canes is an amazing series. But yeah, I mean, you're right. They are games that are decided by one goal. You know what else was all decided by one goal? I believe that was wait, actually, no, the Panthers and Canes last year, were all those games decided in one goal fashion? Do a little check here. Yeah, those were all one goal games, and the Canes lost all. All right. Let's see. So now we get to second intermission. All right. So 3-1. Dan Boyle was a great Shark. Yeah. Oh, Brad Richards. Yeah. Richards had a very strong career. Not in the Hall of Fame, but again, kind of like maybe the Hall of really good. Vinny and St. Louis are your favorite Bolts of all time. Dude, Marty St. Louis, I like what he's doing with Montreal. Daryl Sador, Ruslan Fedotenko, right? He had what 2 goals in Game 7. John, thank you, dude. Plays one for Cortana. You got it. Actually, you know what? I'll do things a little bit differently here because this is your second super chat. So guess what? That means Cortana gets 2 goal treats. Ready? The Hall of Really Good. Yeah, yeah. Like my Hall of Really Good is um like Curtis Joseph is in the Hall of Really Good. All right, ready? Can I get a lie down? Here, can you give me a little 360? Actually, you don't have to do that. All right, ready? Whoop. Oh boy, that was a bad pass. Bad pass. And Torts was the coach in Tampa. That's right. One of the few coaches to win the Jack Adams Award with 2 different teams. Actually, did he win it with 3 different teams? No, he won it with Columbus. I know that. Yep. Oh, yeah. Torts did a really good job. Did he finish as a finalist for the Jack Adams? I don't think he did this year. I wish, even though the Flyers sputtered at the very end there and missed it, I really do wish that he would have gotten nominated. But Pavelski's your all-time favorite. I mean, damn. As soon as he left, I mean, that team did go downhill. The writing was kind of on the wall, but even so, he was a hell of a player, and especially if he wins the cup this year, I do think Pavelski does make the Hall. It's NMC. I don't know if you remember me. You know what? I'm not saying this is you, but sometimes people say that, and I'm like, wait, did you was it in like my own mind? I'm like, wait, were you the one who said that last year? I don't know if you remember me. So you know what? I'm gonna pretend like I do remember you. But hey, it's great to have you here. We do have over 15,000 subscribers, so I do remember a lot. But it's it's not always automatic. Sometimes you have to retrace the footsteps here. Um, Brad Richards was actually their power play advisor. Really? Let's see here. Yeah, all the good old Sharks. Mine is yeah, it's a Jumbo Joe slash also Jumbo Joe. Here, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put Inglewood Jack right on my YouTube browser or on my YouTube feed here. Inglewood Jack. All right. Oh, whoa. Oh yeah. You know what? I have seen this. I didn't know that's what it was called. It's been forever, but thank you. I'll give Cortana a super chat. And yeah, maybe after the stream is over, I'll revisit. Stars are trying to win the cup for Pavs. Yeah, a lot of guys who are a lot of veterans, right? Ryan Suter, Jamie Benn, though. All right, lie down. There you go, girl. And thank you, Ben. Let's see here. Stars trying to win a cup for Pavs. Oh wait, I already saw that. Nathan, thank you. Who's Didago? That's Cortana. Yep, she's my roommate and my best friend and my hiking buddy, and she's very persistent and also very patient too. You know what I'm gonna do, guys? It's getting a little toasty in here, so I'm going to if only we had toast tactical. It's getting a little toasty in here, so I'm just gonna open my window and let some air in. So just one moment. There, you can watch Cortana for me, even though this will take like 15 seconds. Whoops, I probably was muted there because I forgot to put myself back on camera. But yeah, to answer Roy's question, yeah. So what happened was, is Jumbo was with Toronto then for that 1 year. Then what he did was he went to the Panthers. So when he went to the Panthers, that's when he sold his home, I think in Los Gatos, right next to San Jose, where Devin Cooley is from. And then what happened after that was he played 1 year with the Panthers, right? They got bounced in the playoffs. And then just a few months after that, somebody had like tweeted out, "Oh yeah, Jumbo Joe was at Sharks practice," you know, and it's like, holy crap, like he's already back here. And then yeah, he just I don't know if he rebought his home or something, but he moved back to the area immediately after being in Florida, and now he's got some sort of role with the Sharks right now, and we'll see what happens. I mean, I hope he stays with the organization for a long time. He's going to be inducted, or he's going to have his jersey retired at some point next season. So I'm looking forward to that quite a bit. Marlowe's ceremony was great too, and when Jumbo Joe made his speech, I mean that like you could see him crying, which was amazing considering those two had played together for a long, long time. Inglewood Jack, that's right. All right, so we got what game five between the Panthers and the Bruins tomorrow. Oh wow, this dude is trying to balance on top of five skateboards. That's crazy. So game five, Panthers Bruins, right? Marchand didn't play game four, close game. Bruins led to nothing at one point, right? Uh, so yeah, who do you guys like for game five there? And then we've got game four between the Canucks and the Oilers. I'm gonna say the Oilers find a way to bounce back though. The area in San Jose is lovely. Well, I call it at home basically for 14 years. So yeah, there's plenty of great things about it. Um, I just didn't like having the same weather almost every day. So I'm happy that I moved to somewhere that has some seasons. But yeah, I still have some of my closest friends live there and in my hometown, which is south of there. Sharks better not have the Blackhawks play. Yeah, Nick. Hopefully not. Right when Thornton's number retirement happens, hopefully the Sharks are playing the Bruins, and hopefully it's like an earlier game. That would be nice for the Boston fans too, because Boston fans have a lot of love for Joe Thornton as well. Thornton almost his last hat trick came against the Bruins. You've got Vancouver and Boston for tomorrow. Oh wow, so the Bruins are going to stay alive by winning in Florida. That's that says a lot about, of course, the resiliency of that team and the Canucks. You think that they're exploiting a weakness there with the Oilers goaltending. Vancouver wins again, and then Florida is going to close it out. Really don't like the Four Seasons. I grew up so it's really weird because I grew up somewhere on the coast, and so for me, when it was above when it was above 70 degrees, if it was like 70 degrees, it was really really warm, and if it was below 50 degrees, it was really really cold. So there was like very little seasonal var- variance. Yeah, why the Sharks did the Marlowe game versus the Hawks, and it ended up being at 11 p.m. Central puck drop. Yikes! You love the Four Seasons in Denver. I mean, I guess where you are though, for the most part, when it's still pretty cold, it's going to be sunny, right? For most of the time. Where I live right now, basically, I like to tell people we probably have about 10 days where you can. Okay, we probably have about 10 days where the sky is like halfway clear from November through like March or through April. It's like you might see the sun. You might legitimately see the sun for like 10 days, but just take vitamin D and you're going to be just fine. 330 days of sun. Yeah. Now, I think that San Jose gets not quite that much, but it's like probably 310 or something. Even for that, that's too much for me. And yet here I am. I'm like, I got to take vitamin D so I'm not depressed once we get like halfway through December. but it's good here. It's good. All right. So, anybody have an idea what to expect in this third period? Can the Avs actually mount a comeback here? Are they going to have more than actually? You know what? They had a few shots on goal in that period. Let's see here. So the shots right now, yeah. Let's take a look at the box score. Right now, the Stars lead in shots 28-13. Yikes! But that's better than it was halfway through the period. Faceoffs 52-47. 52.6, 47.4. 13 blocked shots for Dallas. So it's not like the Avs aren't trying to shoot the puck. They just haven't had quite enough zone time. And giveaways and takeaways are nearly dead even. And as we've seen, the Stars have cashed in on one of their two power plays, and the Avs have only had one opportunity that they came up short on. Yeah, they've lost the will to play as a team. That's I mean that like those are some strong words. Dallas scores one more, and the Avs don't. So your prediction 4-1. Oof, that was game three as well, huh? Oh boy. Oh geez, it's not like there's a so wait, it was breezy almost all of today, and right now, like it's calm as can be. It's like I need some of that wind to blow in, man. At least I have air conditioning, but I don't need my electric bill to be any higher. All right, well, what do we have here? All righty then. Your cyclist, you enjoy Four Seasons? Or the real vitamin D. There you go. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I mean, we had some great days this past week and weekend. So I went hiking. Actually, I took Cortana for a short hike today too, because there's just a little 3 mile loop here on on the edge of town. So I took her there. But yeah, we got to take this nice pleasant hike down to the lake shore there, and I just I flung myself into the water. It was cold. It wasn't terribly cold, but it was cold. But I felt really good drying off afterwards. Yeah, Cortana is really fun to hike with because she usually keeps pretty close to me unless she's chasing after an animal. Like I have her off leash most of the time. But usually what I do is I keep I have this right here with me. It's a little bag of treats, and so she runs off too much. What I just do is I whistle, and she comes right back, and I'm like, "Hey, treat!" So that's how it works. That's how good of a girl she is. And then she likes to carry a stick because we're often near like a well, for some reason this almost happens every time there's water near us, but like there's we'll have like creeks and streams and that sort of thing. And yeah, so she always likes to find a stick and then carry it around. It's so cute, isn't it, girl? You know what's not cute, Cortana, is when you're licking your puppy parts like that. Right, exactly, Richard. Yeah, exactly. Um, but yeah, we've exercised her a lot today, so she's doing just fine. She can have a few more. They're low enough calories. Cortana, girl, manners, please. Manners. Thank you, Missy. All right. Well, who has the most shots in this game? I would think Wyatt Johnston. He's so. By the way, he's up to 7 goals in the playoffs. Heiskanen already has 4. One of my favorite defensemen in the NHL. I mean, he might be my favorite defenseman um, in the NHL these days. He's up there. I mean, how's Makar not up there too, right? And even Taves. But let's see here. The leader in shots for this game, Pavelski has 4. Robertson has 4. Wyatt Johnston has 8 shots on goal for Dallas. My goodness. And for the Avs, does anybody have? Miles Wood has 3. And Makar doesn't have any shots on goal so far, but he has the most ice time with over 17 minutes and 28 seconds. Good training story. Oh yeah, it's just been so fun, building up that kind of trust with her. But yeah, she's almost always been really easy to hike with, unless there's an animal. Um, well, let's see here, girl. I mean, shoot, it's good having her off leash when she behaves well because that way, she'll run off a little bit to go sniff something, explore scents and hopefully not roll around and poop. But she does that quite a bit too for a variety of animals. But what I like about that is that often it gets her to exercise even more than I'm exercising, so she gets really tired out that way. Uh, let's go for three. Third period is now. Oh, okay, good. McKinnon needs to play with that energy. I think he was kind of finding that as his team had a little bit more zone time later in the period. But does she love the cold weather? Actually, she really does. Anytime it's sunny outside and like above 55 degrees, she has to drink a ton of water because she does have a black coat, so you know the sun really does impact her like that. But she does like the cold weather. Now, when it's basically below zero, which is very rare, but it happens. Um, she does get really cold. Like she'll only want to be outside to go pee, and that's it. But all in all, she loves the snow, and it's good because her endurance is still pretty high despite the colder temperatures. Forsling, oh dude, Forsling kills it, man. He was a plus 56 this year. Yeah, yeah, he looks great. I, w- I don't know if he'll ever get Norris Trophy conversation, but you'd like to see somebody who's defensively responsible like him get some consideration, right? Yeah, Forsling's great. I can hardly ever think of a time when Jaws had anything negative to say about Forsling. All right, we're gonna get underway with the third period here. Third period. Hopefully the Abs can mount a comeback here. That'd be awesome. Bay Meadows Racetrack is closing soon. What plans are in the works? I don't know anything about. I don't know anything about racing. That's the one in San Mateo. I know about Golden Gate Fields, and I went to high school really close to Laguna Seca Raceway. All right, Stars need to close this out. Well, there's really no excuse with how many opportunities they've generated, right? Because I know that the third goal by Georgiev was kind of soft, but he's played very well. You know, he's made a ton of great. He's closed down a ton of grade A chances. The fact that the Hawks and Hurricanes gave up on Forsling the way they did, yeah, that is pretty baffling. Speaking of the Hurricanes giving up on somebody, how about the fact that for a brief moment there, they actually had the rights to Adam Fox. Samsara, hey, let's go Stars. How about Wyatt Johnston? I mean, you've probably heard me say this before, but I was talking about how Dallas has so many like awesome players as part of their core who are like 24 years old and under. So Jim Nill deserves a ton of credit, and I know that he was nominated or he won the GM of the Year award last year. So you can understand why now, and not to mention he's helped with kind of making the salary cap situation more favorable for Dallas. Adam Fox didn't want to play for the Hurricanes. Yeah, and he didn't want to be a Flame either, right? The Panthers drafted Zach Hyman. Whoa. All I know is that the Sharks drafted Charlie Coyle, but that was in exchange for Brent Burns, so worth it. Duchesne flipping it clear and batted away by Nabs defenseman. And here comes McKinnon, bringing in the speed, a shot just wide of the glove of Ottinger, and capped in the zone. Lehkonen working against Harley. Rantanen, one-timer McKinnon, and blocked by Marchment. Blackhawks drafted Hayes. Oh, yeah, he's a Blue now. All right, Makar trying to dance around Dodonov. Oh, nice little shake and bake, but Dodonov hanging tough. We'll flutter this over to McKinnon and a poke check. And the Avs will have to regroup. McKinnon chips around his net. Now Rantanen, and he sees nothing but white jerseys, and we'll have a puck out of play. Hannafin played for the Hurricanes. Yeah, him and Elias Lindholm too. Don't forget. Hawks gave up. Like the Avs upset about the release of Nichushkin. That could kill the morale. I mean, it sucks to miss a guy who plays really good defense and can be a strong net front presence for sure. Especially when this team has already, of course. I mean, I know it's been the last 2 years, but being without Landeskog has uh, certainly been an impact, and not for the better, of course. All right, Manson behind the Stars net, and then Robertson able to dump this down. Is it going to be an icing? Yes, this will be icing with 17:47 left. Hyman was having contract issues with the Panthers, so they traded him. Wait, but he never played any games for Florida, did he? Zach Hyman? Zach Hyman, no, he never played a game as a Panther. Yeah, Kyle Davidson's doing well so far, don't you think, Mr. Nick? All right, face off here. We've got Nichushkin, or excuse me, not Nichushkin. I'm sorry, we were just talking about him. Rantanen and Sam Steele, and Dallas controls this. So now Craig Smith, the former Predator and Bruin, and the Avs will dump this behind the Stars net. Lekanen, and now turned over to McKinnon. He shoots and off the side of the net. Hyman was in college when the Panthers had his drafting rights. You love what Kyle's doing so far? Oh, that's good. Let's see here. McKinnon, cross ice to the point. Oh, Makar, and a good save by Ottinger off of his one timer. And we get a whistle here. Yeah, Rope Hintz is still out for Dallas. He's been out since the first period. Or excuse me, since early in the second. But right now, Dallas is getting contributions from a number of players, and so they'll probably be able to still look strong enough without him for now. All right, Middlestat to center ice, and now Drouin dropping it back to Casey against a few defenders. Now against Marchment on the wall, kept in at the point. Walker looking down ice, and now Caleb Jones trying to cycle this back. And the Stars here really giving no quarter as they'll come the other way. But Duchesne without escape, he'll take a hit, but he kicks it to get it deep. How about Carolina today? Yeah, that's what I like to see, man. Hell yeah. But it had to wait till the third period. God, that was. I mean, after Anderson let in that goal from Truba shorthanded, I was like, oh God, like that's the series. But nope, something happened there. And I believe it was at least a death rattle from the Curse of the President's Trophy. But I'm hoping so, Eyes of Night. I'm hoping so. Even if the Canes play the Panthers, it's like if they can reverse sweep the Rangers, it's then this season isn't too much of a disappointment. And we had looked like a big collision there at the half boards. Steel's okay, but anyway, we get a whistle with 15:28 left. It's going to be a pleasant slumber tonight. Better turn on my AC though. And the Panthers win tomorrow. The Panthers have a longer resting period. Oh, really? Yeah, yeah, it's true. Yeah, Panthers had, but the question is, right? Do you want them to have that much more rest after game one against the Bruins? Canes are playing for the cup and their coach's job. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if some of like I think Brandon Moore's kind of he might be a little bit. Ooh, nice screen in front from Lekanen, but off the shot from McKinnon. Ottinger's got it. But yeah, I mean, I'm wondering if Brandon Moore's kind of distracted by the whole contract situation right now. That's what I was trying to say. All right. Avalanche up to now. We're looking at 18 shots on goal. So yeah, they're closing that gap, and they have it here with Gerard back to Makar, a shot and covered up by Ottinger with two Avs on the doorstep there. Rod Brindamore in San Jose or Seattle. I could see him maybe in Seattle to, of course, work with Ron Francis, who was his teammate. San Jose, I don't know if like I think he's going to get too nice of offers elsewhere. He'll want to go somewhere where he can win now. I would think. God, like Toronto, I know Toronto looks like they've interviewed Todd McClellan, but I would think that they would at least give Brindamore a look. New Jersey's still looking for a head coach, right? No, Ottawa named Travis Green their coach. That's right. Good old Ronnie franchise. Yeah, Kraken kind of sputtering right now. I mean, I know that they have to wait until their top prospects develop, right? But I don't know. It's like what's make of that roster? It's a lot of guys kind of in the primes of their career, or maybe even a little bit older. I think they were like ninth oldest in the NHL this year. Makar, Heiskanen, love both of them. Yeah, I mean, I think that Makar is obviously the flashier of the two. I don't think that Makar plays bad defense. I think that he's at worst. I think he's competent in his own zone, but I do like Heiskanen more for like all three zones or like all around. I guess Berube in Toronto. Yeah, I know. I know that Berube is going to be, of course, a hot item in the coaching market. Manson, a shot turned aside by the stick of Ottinger. Hey, what's up, JJ? How's the day going? It's good, man. I saw an I don't want to say an improbable comeback, but maybe an unlikely comeback by the Hurricanes in that third period. Even though they were only trailing by one goal, they got it done. They beat Shesterkin. Shoot, but still just horrible special teams. But still a good day, man. Still a good day. How you doing? But this game, though, a little lackluster from the Avs, but they've been getting better as we get later into the game. A shot that gets blocked in front off the stick of, I think, Makar. And now he'll play it back in his own zone. Yeah, yeah, Peter McNabb. That's right, man. Berube to San Jose. He wants that number one pick. I wouldn't complain. I would think the Sharks might give Dean Evison a look. Former Shark Dean Evison. I'm not saying that he would be at the top of my list, but I think he's earned the chance to coach somewhere else. Do I prefer when McNabb was the voice of the Avalanche or McGahey? Um, I don't know actually. I didn't watch any. I don't think I've been listening to McGahey because I it's hard for me to actually have a chance to listen to the Abs because they're in a blackout market for me. You want Berube? Uh, I was doing good until the Rangers decided to be nice and give the Canes a chance. Oh, so you're on the other side there. It's not coming up, which is weird. Um, let's see if there's a way. Here, Trevor, if you want, I can do something for you on the fly here. Da, da, da. There is, yeah. Oh, here we go. 2-on-1 for the Stars. Dodonov in front of Georgiev, and he waited to shoot the puck for the longest time. Georgiev's still down, and he covers up. All right, Trevor, just a second, man. Share link. Let me just make sure the page loads. Yeah, this will work, Trevor. Mark Messier was never coached. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe he just didn't want to do that. I don't know. T Money, here you go. Berube would have the same problem in Toronto as St. Louis, trying to force skilled guys to play bruiser hockey. I mean, that would definitely be. I would think kind of like I don't want to say like a bit. Well, yeah, maybe a bit of a philosophical shift for the Maple Leafs. Go Avs Go says I don't want to butcher that, but I know they're they're getting close to striking for another goal. But Ottinger, he's been sharp, particularly in this period. Water bug. Yeah, Messier. Is Messier the only player to have captained two different teams to a Stanley Cup? I want to say he is. We're in a commercial break, by the way, everybody. Hmm. Prediction this year was that Carey Price was going to get reincarnated and then gets in net for the new Utah team. Yeah, it's real sad to see Price's career. It's pretty much all but over at this point, right? Go dog, go go. All right, here, let's give a Cortana a treat for that. But yeah, Price. I think he's at this point the best Montreal Canadian who never won a Stanley Cup. When Hurdle plays his first game in San Jose, does he get cheers or boos? It better be cheers. If I was there, I would definitely cheer. Because I mean, like, I know that he wanted to, move his no trade to go there, but like again, like I don't hate him for that. It's if you make the decision in free agency, then I might have a bone to pick. But it's like, dude, at the end of the day, he was on a franchise that was, you know, perennially in a run or perennially in contention to make a deep playoff run, and they just fell completely flat. And he saw his teammates leave, so I get it. Will Foligno get named captain of the Hawks? I would think so. Greer likes old contacts. I'll give you a name. Ex Sabres assistant coach James Patrick or Phil Housley. You're right though. Yeah, Greer has he has a thing for anybody who played hockey in Massachusetts or New England. That's for sure. So that's one reason why he liked David Quinn. Bye bye Arizona. Hello Utah. Well, I do feel bad that the diehard fans who supported the Yotes are losing their team. It's never fun. Here's Tanev a shot. Ooh, just wide of Georgiev's stick. And under 13 to play, by the way, everybody. Foligno was a better mentor than Perry for. Oh God. Yeah. All right. Here comes Rantanen. Nice job to hang on to that. McKinnon a shot and a save off the shoulder of Ottinger. Now a battle in the corner here with Harley and Rantanen. So we're in the Dallas corner. A broken stick now. I think Rantanen that one. Oh no, he has his stick. Somebody else had his broken though. Down goes Tanev. Like 6 or 7 players battling for the puck there. It ends up on the stick of McKinnon. He says it to the dot, and a nice blocked shot there from Harley as Makar couldn't get that on goal. Shots favor the Stars still, of course, but only 30 to 21 now. The Avs have caught up a little bit. Is there a goaltender that's a captain currently or ever was? Like Luongo, what was it? Like Luongo had a captain's letter on his helmet or something like that, or on his mask. What's your Stanley Cup prediction this year? I'd like to say I'd like to go back to what I said at the beginning of the regular season and not the playoffs. So it was originally Avalanche over Hurricanes, but my bracket for the playoffs was just obliterated in round one. You like, I think a few players stirred the straw. I, I think my friend had told me that from one of his, I don't know, I don't know if there were a few players out there that just didn't want to come back to play for him, but Quinn, you know what I appreciated about Quinn was that he was honest. You know, he was honest, and I know that at times he couldn't find the words to describe the team's ineptitude, and that he does take accountability for some of it. But I can't say that the guy didn't try. You know, I don't think that he needed to be fired after 2 years because it's not like the team was going anywhere. It's not like they're supposed to really do much more next year either. All right, Avs can't quite hold the zone. Heiskanen and Dallas gets this behind the net, middle stat, and Walker trying to shake this loose, and Dodonov will send it back to the point. A shot and a nice block there from Walker. And a shot again from the point. Rebound and stuffing it home was that Dodonov? Yep. And it's now 4-1 Stars. Yes, that's correct, Cortana. You get a treat. But yeah, the broadcast is right. Dodonov's had a really nice game. There you go. And yeah, we're down to 10:33 now in this regulation. Quinn got number one. Wasn't that the plan? Right? Dodonov former night. Yeah, that's right. Who's your daddy? Good Benny Benassi song. Honestly, as much as you were worried about his play in the first round, the depth can make you change your perspective on him. In his prime, Dodonov was awesome. He had a really good chemistry with Barkov in Florida. That's like he was why I started watching the Panthers. Really, Huberdeau too. But yeah, it was 63 out there, man. Cortana loves when the Sharks score. Yeah, when was Dodonov a night? When was that? 2 years ago, Dean. Wait, the Stars had 8 guys with over 20 goals? That's absurd. Even in today's NHL, that's pretty impressive. All right, Rantanen and Lehkonen or somebody for Colorado's offside. People forget the fact that the Avs have come back from down 3 in the third period plenty of times. Yeah, they almost did that in what, game 2? Not game 2. Was it game 2? No, I'm thinking of something else. Will the Canucks win their first cup? We can't count them out. I've not I haven't been practicing what I preach on a consistent basis, but at least in my bracket, I had them going to the conference final. Commercial break, by the way, everybody. OEL has had a good season on the third. Yeah, absolutely. I think he's been a pleasant surprise for them, and he hasn't had to like fill a huge role for the team. I think that has helped him. His time in Vancouver, speaking of Canucks, was not so hot, not so hot. Yeah, Dodonov was there 2 years ago. That's right, and then they tried to trade him to Anaheim. Whoop. There we go. By the way, who leads the playoffs in stats, like stats wise? Draisaitl is in first for points with 18. McDavid has 17. Third place is Bouchard, three-way tie with Kachuk and Barkov. So 3 Oilers are in the top 3 in scoring. Isn't that crazy? Out of the goaltenders who are still playing, Ottinger has a 2.12 goals against average. Demko is at 2.0, but of course he only played so much. Swayman at 2.28. So yeah, you have Shesterkin 2.33. So you do have goaltenders who are keeping the puck out of the net pretty damn well. So things have really gotten a lot, or games have gotten a lot tighter in these playoffs and are lower scoring. Makar has 12 points. Bouchard has 13 to lead defenseman, by the way. Heiskanen with 9. Leader in goals is still Hyman with 9. Nichushkin also had 9. Skinner is still their main goalie, yeah, but Calvin Pickard is their backup, and we'll see what happens here, man. Where you can get hockey jerseys tailored. Tailored. I don't know where you can get your hockey jersey tailored, like where specifically. Uh, they got a shot. Demko is one of the top goalies. Yeah, I mean they have to get him back, but Artur's Shilovs have been awesome. Has been awesome. Shot wide of the net there for the Avs. Held in at the point with Makar, a shot and off of Pavelski. God, one of the best in the business with shot blocking for like his whole career. And when OEL had to play first pair minutes early in the Panthers season when Ekblad and Monta were recovering, he was great. Oh, really? Yeah. I almost forgot that. Yeah, they had to weather that storm for a little while. Nick says, "Don't tailor your hockey jerseys." Hmm. I've never heard of such a thing, or I've never certainly attempted myself. If Vancouver had never won the cup, how are they at the top of the rankings? Man, that Canucks team in 2010-11, like I've said before that they might be the best team that I've seen that never won this, that didn't win the Stanley Cup. A shot, a block, Manson again off the glove of Ottinger, still alive here for Wood, and it goes back to the point. Sent around the net. Trennan and Wood trying to keep things alive. A shot from Colton that can't quite get on net. Trennan will send it out to the point. A shot might have been a save there from Ottinger. And now Sam Steele charges the other way against Manson. They'll have to pull up, wait for. Oh, nice interception there from Manson. And now Drouin finds Middlestat, the goal tonight for the Abs, and a one-timer and a broken stick by Jack Johnson. The Canucks have the Oilers number in the playoffs and the regular season too. We're down to 8-10 now. Stars regrouping with their defense. Now Parise. And he takes a hit from Duchesne. He comes in, a one-timer, and fanning on it was Stankoven. That could have been the nail in the coffin. A shot. Duchesne will scoop this up. The best team that didn't win the cup were the Avs going to back, looking to win back-to-back. Well, that's true because that Red Wings team was amazing, even though they were the underdogs against the Flyers, or at least in terms of regular season records. I mean, I'd also be curious to like look back at just the teams that went to the final. All right, Lindell a shot and just wide of the net there. Stankoven, dude, this kid, I'm loving it. Lindell in the circle, a pop up, retrieved by Parise. Correct. Yeah, you can't play the puck with a broken stick. Dram was underplayed for the Lightning. Yeah, I mean, this is when they started kind of forging that core, right? That electric core. How bad is the Nichushkin loss? I mean, it does look pretty bad for them. That doesn't make up for the fact that they couldn't generate any shots in the period. And I thought the Avs just scored there. I thought Rantanen scored. The net had come off, but I believe the puck had actually crossed the goal line. But yeah, I got to see Drouin score one of his 2 or 3 best goals of his career in person. There's going to be a delay of game penalty to Tanev. That's interesting. I mean, I thought that was a goal. So Ottinger, the initial save with the pad, and then Rantanen. Oh, for some reason, it looked like the puck had gone in, but it was nowhere close to it. And Tanev actually knocked over the net, so he's going to take the penalty. The Avs, they'll need to score on the power play here if they want any sort of chance of staying in this game. Let's take a look at this again. Oh, it's just from the camera angle, it looked like it went in. Do I think Bednar's going to challenge for a goal? No, well, no, because they're dropping the faceoff now, dropping the puck. All right, but on the power play, McKinnon plays catch with Makar, shot, and he misses the net, but the puck harums back to Nate Dogg. All right, sent back for Makar, a shot pass, I should say. Rantanen was there, but Ottinger denies him. And now Makar Back over to Druan. Down low for Miko. Duran plays it over to Makar and back to 27. A lot of cycling here, but nothing in the way of a shot. Duran now the guy down low. Rantanen shot and wide of the net, scooped up by McKinnon. Back to Kale. And a one-timer. And that one just missed the net. That one had to have been. That was only 81 miles per hour. That looks a lot harder. But now the Stars have cleared it down under a minute on the power play. And so Makar will have to fetch this from his own corner. Colton. And now on the wing to Rantanen. Lehkonen. Nice pass. Looking down the middle for Colton. The Stars can get the clear here. Down to 5-10 already. Chords, strings, we brings, melody, G-funk, where rhythm is life and life is rhythm. Oh, if you know what I know, you don't want to step to this. That's right, man. You know how it is. Aaron said, my pup perked up when I said that I thought they scored. You know what? Based on that, Aaron, I'm going to give Cortana a treat anyway. Go, sweet. Come over here. Good. What a good girl. If you know, you know. Exactly, man. Exactly. All right. Let's see here. All right. Gerard blocked by Harley. Skated out by Steele. And chipped down behind Georgiev. And the Avs come up short on what would have been a crucial power play. Or I guess it was a crucial power play, but yeah. She knows the words goal and score. Yeah, I think you're right. You missed Colton on the Lightning, but you get why you had to trade him. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's more than fair. Colton, of course, he had a good career there. I mean, like, I don't know if he would have ever, like, elevated to the top 6, but I mean, hell, that was like some of that depth that I don't want to say that they were sorely missing that, but having one more guy might have you know, been beneficial. Although I think that defensemen were a little bit more of a shortcoming for them this year. Vanilla Ice was almost sued by David Bowie. Oh, for under pressure. Yeah. A peanut butter covered bagel. Okay, well, what kind of bagel? Okay, that's one we haven't asked about yet. What is your favorite thing to put on a bagel? My mom would always call it a hockey puck sandwich growing up when she put peanut butter and jam on a bagel for me. Preferably a cinnamon raisin one. I actually make some pretty good breakfast sandwiches myself. Take like an onion bagel or an everything, or maybe what some people might call a super seed. Cook up a couple of eggs, some crispy bacon, some mashed avocado. Yeah, dog. And you can put like a slice of pepper jack on there or something. Same with cream cheese. That's the only problem. As half of you guys will leave my chat, I have to be honest. That's where we are on this channel. I don't like cream cheese. I will only eat something with cheese if the cheese is melted. That's basically my rule of thumb. Depends on the bagel. Yes, it does. Yeah. So choose any bagel you want, right? Yeah, but Humranj, the cinnamon raisin bagel with PB&J is pretty damn good. Take it back. Nope. It's the ruling on the ice is a good goal. All right, we're down to 431. Wow. At that point, eh? All right. All right, you guys are a fan of the good old cinnamon raisin bagel, though, so that's good. Oh man. All right. Avs are going to have to collect this from behind their own zone or behind their own net. Excuse me. Just plain butter on cinnamon raisin. Actually, that's not a bad call. Yeah. Ooh, pizza bagel. Nice. It's not warm, but it has a similar spread as if it was warm. Oh, and Avs are going to come the other way with Stankoven, and he'll just let this puck drift behind the net from a car. Well, you know what I do like Samsara is I do like I'll take a bagel with hummus on it. And now Lindell, as we get to Tree Turty Tree, Nick. Great to hear Steve Levy. I do like Steve Levy. What a voice, man. Runs in the family, huh? All right, played out to the point, and now the Avs have emptied their net. And nice job by Ottinger keeping Lekanen from maybe stuffing home a rebound. And his helmet comes off as there's some pushing and shoving in front of the net. Hummus kind of underrated. Now, some of the hummuses that I buy, I find are too kind of like grainy in their texture. There are some out there like Tribe Hummus. Tribe Hummus is a good one. Right. I like my hummus kind of on the pastier side texture wise. And not just I don't want something that tastes like lemon juice. I'm goofy like that. I don't know. With these empty net plays, you hope it works for them. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Bum, bum, bum. A lemon juice call, you can back that. Yeah. Organic eggs, 4 to 5 a day. Nice. I do love eggs. Oh, nice seam pass from McKinnon. Makar, one-timer, and a save by Ottinger. Down to 3 minutes. Middlestat from the point will play it to Makar. Down low, one-touch pass. Didn't really like that look from Rantanen. I think that was one pass too many there. And it's cleared down, but it'll be icing with 2:49 on the clock. Well, how convenient for you and the clock. Damn, that movie's already 20 years old. Can you believe that? God, I'm getting old. You want to see what now? Oh, you want to see a goalie change for the Avs? That's right. I forgot. Eustace Anuen. Yeah, I'm not familiar with him. Boy, oh boy, though, man. Avs are going to be down 3-1 in this series. I did not. I thought this was going to be closer. I know they're missing Nichushkin though, and not to mention they're missing Devon Taves. That doesn't help either. All right, let's see if the Avs can at least get one here as Drouin able to retrieve that for Makar. Now we're going to down low and bend the interception, and he'll get it clear. Drouin around the net. And Suter. So we got a tie up here behind the net. And the Stars here with Sam Steele will bury the empty net goal. That's still a treat for Cortana. Ding, ding, ding. Yes, girl, it's a treat for you. 5-1 Stars. And they are just a minute 50 away from taking a 3-1 series lead and putting the Avs on the ropes as the series turns back to Dallas. There you go, boo. There you go, sweetie. Johnston almost got the hat trick. Yeah, he probably could have had it, but Yeah. I like the selfless play, though. Move Dallas. Yeah, Dallas would advance to the Western Conference Final and would await the winner of the Edmonton Oilers and the Vancouver Canucks. Yeah, Kobe almost had the Kobe almost had the Hattie, but I mean, I think he made the right play, just generally speaking. But even so, he probably said, "All right, my guy's right there. Let's let him score." So yeah, it's not a hat trick for Johnston. He'll get the primary assist though, a 3-point game from Wyatt Johnston on the evening of his birthday, of his 21st eve of his 21st birthday. Excuse me. This season, Johnston 32 goals to lead Dallas too, and the Toronto native is maybe in that conversation early on as a Conn Smythe front runner. Uh, wow, the Stars are 4-0 when you wear that jersey. Anyway, I don't think you can do it all the time, though, right? But when you feel like they need a dub, then maybe that's what you go to. You could see the Stars dropping 5-6 to really. Now that's a bold strategy, Cotton. What? I don't know, man. I mean, right? We say don't count out the abs, right? Dallas was a Stanley Cup favorite at the start of the season. I mean, according to the channel, yeah, I think that before the season started, we did a let's pick the playoff stream, and you guys had the Dallas Stars as your Cup champ. So there you go. Draft day, am I gonna? Oh yeah, man. I believe we will do a draft day reaction here. We'll have a live stream going because it's not just the Sharks, but it's not just the first overall pick. Really, for the Sharks, don't forget that they have the 14th overall pick. So I want to be live to react to that as well. Ooh, a little bit of a hit there. And we're down to the final 10 seconds. Dallas with a sweep. It's not technically a sweep because the Avalanche did win game 1, but they could still win 4 in a row. Wait, or did I just jumble games 1 and 2? Did I mix those two up? But yeah, it's officially in the books. But yeah, this would not be a sweep, excuse me. Collins, but honestly, I feel Vegas was and will be the Stars' biggest hurdle until the conference final. Yeah, somebody else had said that too. Maybe you did earlier. Excited to see where Iginla lands. Yeah, it's true. Who knows? He could theoretically end up in Calgary or maybe even in Seattle, where he was playing juniors this year. But yeah, that's a final from Ball Arena. Man, oh boy, Stars look pretty unbeatable now. Yeah. All right, laddies. Well, I think that's going to do it for this one. We might have another stream at some point this week. Um, and yeah, I'm working on some video content right now too. But anyway, thanks so much for hanging out with us through the course of the evening. Make sure, please do leave a thumbs up before you go because that does help the channel. And I'll be back at it with some more content for you guys. And thanks for being a part of Twister Brister Hockey, especially during these playoffs. It's always fun reacting to the madness together, my friends. And Cortana and I will see you later on. And thank you, by the way, for the super chats, guys. I appreciate that. You guys have a good one.